I transmigrated to a world where strength is everything. I planned to soar high with my family's power and reach the peak of my life. But since my younger brother was born, all my dreams have turned to ash. Just because he was born surrounded by golden light, with a heavenly vision descending, leading 10,000 people to worship. That one bow instantly raised him 5 levels. But my cultivation talent was extremely low. I was just a loser in everyone's eyes. All resources and the heir position were all given to my brother. Even my arranged marriage was called off. Such humiliation made me shout that classic line, 30 years east, 30 years west. Never look down on a poor youth. After all, transmigration and broken engagements are classic hero tropes. Yet, just when I thought I'd get a cheat code, nothing happened at all. Helplessly, I could only just lay flat. When I turned 18, my father kicked me out to a remote farm, ordering me not to use the family name. Only my maid, One Yu, stayed with me. Suddenly, a mechanical voice rang in my head. Congrats on becoming a loser in people's eyes. Daily intelligence system successfully activated. The system provides 2 random tips daily. Tip 1. Juhyo Sword Sect Disciple, Si Chu Feng. In 3 days, we'll find a primordial remnant in the mountains.
Click for the exact location.
Tip 2. Wanbao Chamber of Commerce. In today's blind box number 62, a beast encyclopedia will appear. Burn it to obtain the heaven-swallowing demonic art. Hearing this, I jumped up. A primordial remnant, as the name suggests, is a species from the ancient era. They are incredibly powerful. And the heaven-swallowing demonic art is a skill that swallows others' essence to strengthen one's own power. This art has no specific requirements. Anyone can cultivate it. By swallowing special physical essences, the cultivator's strength will receive a massive boost. However, this art of stealing from others is called an evil path in this world. But for me right now, it's my only hope to get stronger. I made an instant decision. I must get the heaven-swallowing demonic art. Then I head to the mountains. Anyway, within these 3 days, the remnant won't be taken by anyone else. I rushed to the Chamber of Commerce and told the shopkeeper directly, "Give me blind box number 62. The old man smiled and took it down. What a coincidence. Someone just wanted this one, but left to raise more money. I didn't expect you'd snatch it up. I felt a sudden surge of nerves. This box contains the demonic art. If someone else bought it, I'd lose this huge chance. Luckily, I arrived just in time. I paid the shopkeeper immediately. After putting the box in my storage ring, I found a secluded place and took out the box. With a click, the box was opened. A beast encyclopedia was lying quietly inside. I burned it as the system instructed. Something magical happened. In the ashes, I pulled out a palm-sized bone. I was a bit confused. Is this a skull fragment? Right then, mysterious runes appeared on the bone. They turned into dots of light and entered my forehead. The next moment, the demonic art was etched clearly into my mind. I couldn't wait to start practicing. As I circulated the technique, the essence within 100 meters poured into my body non-stop, blasting open the door to cultivation. The next morning, I opened my eyes and found I'd reached body realm level 5. I was stunned. In this world, realms are divided into body, divine treasury, spirit sea, and divine power. Besides those, there are many more stages. Each realm has 5 levels. Even for geniuses, to master the body realm takes 3 to 5 years. But after using the demonic art, it only took me 1 night. Right now, only the word insane describes my mood. As I tried to calm my excitement, the system spoke again. Daily tip 1. Mo Yan, a licher with the primal yang body, is committing a crime.
Click for the exact location.
Daily tip 2. A treasure has appeared in the mountains, drawing many cultivators there. No one will find it for 3 days. Click for the treasure's location. My eyes lit up. The primal yang body is a special constitution. If I swallow it with the demonic art, I might reach the divine treasury realm.
It seems
The mountain remnant can wait for a bit. I'll swallow this primal yang body first. When I reached the system's marked spot, a woman in white with a sword was chasing a creepy small man. "You pervert! You defiled my sister. You think you can just run? Not that easy." She was Su Qingyuan of Mingyu Palace. She was out with her junior sister. But Mo Yan the later targeted them. Her sister had already been harmed by him. Though Mo Yan was being chased, he didn't look worried at all. Instead, he kept shouting filth, mocking the woman behind him. Su Qingyuan turned red with rage, pointing her sword at him. Just as she was about to strike, she suddenly collapsed to the ground. The sword fell from her hand. Su Qingyuan asked weakly, "What did you do to me?" Mo Yan burst out laughing. "It's a drug to relax your mind and trigger your primal desires. Now let's have some fun in the wild." Looking at her pure, lovely face, he couldn't hold back his urge anymore and lunged right at her. Su Qingyuan's face paled as Mo Yan pinned her down. She tried to push him away, but had no strength left. I secretly picked up the sword, aimed right at Mo Yan's backside, and stabbed it in hard. Mo Yan let out a scream, then twitched and died. The later probably never imagined he would die in such a way. Seeing this, I stepped forward, ready to take the body away. Just then, the demonic art started on its own, beginning to refine the primal yang body. Pure energy poured into my body. I wanted to find a place to digest it, but the delirious Su Qingyuan suddenly hugged me tightly. "Save me." I frowned. He's been poisoned by an aphrodisiac. If the poison isn't cleared, his veins will rupture and he'll die. I hesitated for a moment, but still decided to save him. An hour later, I broke straight into the divine storage realm. It was pretty shocking. I only absorbed one yuan yang body, and already leveled up to the next realm. Even my physique got stronger.
Honestly,
If this happened in my previous life, I'd basically be Superman now. Then I looked at Su Qingyuan lying on the ground. After leaving some snacks behind, I left this place. Right after I left, Su Qingyuan slowly opened his eyes. Although he was confused just now, he vaguely remembers something. The flower thief didn't succeed, so someone must have saved him. He quickly got dressed, then suddenly realized he'd just broken through his realm. He used to be in the divine storage realm, but now he stepped into the Lumhai realm. He barely had time to be surprised. When Su Qingyuan saw the snacks on the ground, he was furious inside. "What am I to you? Whoever you are, I definitely won't let you off." Meanwhile, I had already arrived at the Hengduan Mountains. Following the system's instructions, I really found a beast egg at the foot of the mountain. The egg's about the size of a grown man's fist, with a blue shell. When I lightly touched it, I could even feel a faint pulse. I closely inspected this unusual beast egg, and it looked like it's about to hatch. Then, I put some snacks next to the beast egg to speed up the hatching. Then I sliced my palm and dropped fresh blood onto the egg, so the Taigubi's hatchling inside would remember my scent. Not long after, I heard a click. The top of the shell started to fall off, revealing a little head with stunning fluffy fur. Then the egg cracked completely. The creature flapped its wings and stood up. It tilted its head and looked at me, then suddenly shook itself, spreading its gorgeous wings, which actually made a breeze. I gasped in surprise. This seems like a wind thunder eagle chick. Then it hopped onto my shoulder and rubbed its head affectionately against my cheek. I frowned. "What should I call you? Iron egg or emerald flower?" Naming is tough. The wind thunder eagle chick listened to me and suddenly got anxious, waving its wings in a rush. I tried to figure out what it meant. "You mean you'll be tough when you grow up? The king of the sky. So you want to be called Tiamba?" The wind thunder chick instantly nodded. I looked at it gently. "Then we'll call you Tiamba, as long as you like it." After naming the wind thunder eagle, it was already getting dark. I decided to rest for the night before moving out. The next day, the system sent today's update right on time. A storm hit Yushinian village. A stone steely covered in mysterious runes was washed out by the rain. Arrange the runes in a certain order to get the Human King seal. What order is it? Tap for today's intel. 2. There's an ancient tomb in Dayushan, now being excavated by the Earth Dragon Gang. Tap for the tomb map. I was really tempted by these two pieces of info. The Human King seal is an extremely powerful cultivation technique, especially once trained to perfection. Its power could destroy worlds. With a tomb map like this, I might as well check it out. But I'll grab the mountain treasure first. When I entered the Hengduan Mountains, there were signs of battle everywhere. Beast and human corpses all over the ground. Suddenly, loud explosions rang out, which must be cultivators fighting for the mountain treasure, having intense clashes with wild beasts. I knew I wasn't strong enough yet, so I moved carefully, avoiding other cultivators. After all, cultivators can be way more dangerous than savage beasts. Then I made my way step by step toward the treasure's location. Just then, two middle-aged men walked over from a distance. I got nervous. They were both Limhai realm experts. The younger one spoke up. "Big bro, this treasure is really well hidden. No one's found it yet. You think someone already snatched it?" The older one spoke firmly. "Impossible. The mountain treasure is a spiritual item. If it was taken, there'd be a sign. We just need to keep searching. We'll definitely find it." Then the two continued their search. Their hunt reminded me. I need to disguise the treasure as soon as I get it, so nobody finds out. Once I saw the middle-aged men leave, I quickly headed for the treasure's exact location. Powered by the system, I found the treasure for real. It was a chunk of thunderstruck wood. If you didn't look closely, it was just like a dried root. I gently touched it. So this is the mountain treasure. No wonder nobody can find it. Then I started digging it up directly. As soon as the thunderstruck wood was fully unearthed, a beam of light shot into the sky, and a lifelike dragon shadow appeared overhead, instantly grabbing everyone's attention. Cultivators searching for treasure. Everybody rushed to this spot. I quickly stashed the treasure into my storage ring, then hid in a secret spot. If I ran out of the mountains now, it would definitely look suspicious. So I waited and acted like I'd just arrived when people showed up, blending in with the crowd. Pretty sure I'd get away with it. A huge bunch of cultivators had already gathered here. Even those two middle-aged guys were here. Both were so regretful they kept slapping their thighs. At that moment, a sinister-looking man stepped forward. I felt uneasy inside.
This guy
Was radiating a powerful divine skill realm energy. Many cultivators recognized him right away. That's the famous rogue cultivator Chu Shayan. Chu Shayan spoke coldly. "Quiet, everyone. Let me ask you a question first. After the treasure appeared, did any of you see someone leave the Hengduan Mountains?" Everyone shook their heads saying no. Chuan glared around. "So that means the person who got the treasure is still here. Who took it? Now would be a good time to hand it over. If no one confesses and I find out, don't blame me for being ruthless." A quarter hour passed. Still, no one stepped forward. I stood quietly in an unremarkable corner, watching the scene unfold. Nobody's a fool here. No matter who got the treasure, no one would just hand it over so easily. Chu Shan's face turned dark. "All right, everyone, take out your storage rings. I'm going to check them one by one." Hui Bai suddenly shot a glance around. Another expert instantly unleashed a powerful aura. He suppressed all the cultivators present. Chu Shan's move instantly angered everyone. No one saw this coming. Turns out the two experts had secretly teamed up. I frowned deeply. I absolutely can't just sit and wait to die. I silently activated my swallowing sky art, then yelled out loud, "Don't trust him. He's trying to rob us. Run." All the cultivators scattered at once. Seeing this, Chu Shan and his ally started killing the other cultivators. I took advantage of the chaos and desperately ran for the exit. Luckily, my swallowing sky art hid my aura. I lowered my presence. Amid the fighting and screaming, I finally escaped the Hengduan Mountains, but I didn't dare stop. After running for a whole hour, I finally rested under a big tree, breathing heavily. That was way too close. I didn't expect there would be more experts there, but at least I got the mountain treasure. I have no idea where I am now. I took out a map to check. Suddenly, I realized I was near Shinian Village. My eyes lit up. Since that's the case, I should go check out that stone tablet. So I quickly set off for Shinian Village. Shinian Village is a small mountain village that survives by farming and hunting. Days of heavy rain caused a mudslide, which luckily didn't hit the village directly, but it did destroy their farmland, cutting off the villagers' livelihoods. A nearby Doi's temple sent people to help. At the same time, they discovered the stone tablet. When I arrived at Shinian Village, I saw a group of Taoist priests. The young ones were all fascinated by the runes on the stone tablet. Only the elder priest noticed me. He greeted me politely. "Kind benefactor, our village has just been through a disaster. May I ask why you have come here? I looked sorrowful. Master, I'm just passing by, and was hoping for some water. I didn't expect to see the aftermath of a disaster here. The elder priest welcomed me warmly. So that's it. If you need, feel free to stop by my Qingfeng temple. I smiled and steered the conversation to the stone tablet. Thank you, Master. But I need to keep going. I'll pass this time. By the way, what is the abbot looking at on that stone tablet? The elder priest was totally open with me. He explained directly. When we came here to help, we found this stone tablet had saved the entire village. Plus, the runes on it are really mysterious. It seems to hide a big secret. I can tell you practice cultivation too. So if you're curious, feel free to study it. You might just get something out of it. I didn't expect the elder priest to be so honest. That kind of openness is rare. I looked very grateful. Thank you, Master. Soon I reached the stone tablet. The runes on the stone were packed tightly together. At least 100 of them. But hidden among them was the Renwang seal. Normally, it'd be almost impossible for a regular cultivator to figure it out. But thanks to my system, I had already grasped the rules for the rune's order. Half an hour later, a buzzing sound exploded in my mind, like something burst open. The 3 big and mighty characters for a Renwang seal appeared right in my head. And I also learned the history of this stone tablet. Thousands of years ago, the Renwang had too many enemies. To protect his descendants from being tracked down after he died, he totally cut off any ties with them. Since then, the once glorious Renwang clan slowly declined. Most importantly, the Renwang seal can only be unlocked by his bloodline. I couldn't help but feel amazed. So this Xinyan village is actually full of Renwang's descendants. Senior Renwang, since I've inherited your legacy, I won't let your descendants down. So I went straight to the village chief and asked him to gather all the villagers. I got right to the point and announced, Xinyan village has suffered a disaster, and I feel truly sorry, but life must go on. I hope everyone will find the strength to bounce back. I have some silver and snacks on me, and I'll distribute it to every villager. Please line up to receive them, even though these gifts are nothing compared to the Renwang seal. They are all I can give. The villagers' lifeless eyes suddenly showed a spark of hope. They all knelt down in thanks. Some were so moved they cried. The elder priest thanked me as well. I quickly helped them up. Please stand up, everyone. This isn't necessary. After talking with the villagers for a while, I left Xinyan village. By the time I got back to Gufeng City, it was already dark. I had just taken out the thunderstruck wood, ready to study it. But to my surprise, it rooted itself into the ground. Its main root kept drilling deeper and deeper, and its green buds started growing visibly fast. Finally, it became a half-meter long willow branch. I stared in shock at this amazing sight. Just then, Wan Yu saw me return, and her face lit up with joy. But when she saw the charred wood, she frowned in confusion. Young master, you're finally back. But why did you bring home this dead tree root? I quickly explained. That's thunderstruck wood. Definitely not just a regular tree root. It's actually very useful. Then I changed the subject. Is dinner ready? Sure enough, Wan Yu got distracted. It's ready. Come eat, young master. At dinner, Wan Yu propped her chin on her hands, her big sparkling eyes just staring at me. She made me a little uncomfortable. I put down my chopsticks. Wan Yu, is there something on my face? Her voice was gentle. You seem a little different since you got back. I quickly tried to play it off. What's so different? Come on, let's eat. I really can't explain right now why I'm able to cultivate. This is something about my system I won't tell anyone. Wan Yu nodded. She didn't press any further. Everyone has their secrets after all. After dinner, I studied that thunderstruck wood again, but still got nothing new. So I just went back to my room to practice. But what I didn't know was a willow branch was sprouting from that thunderstruck wood. It actually gave off a gentle light. It slowly filled my little courtyard. At the same time, the thunderwind eagle I brought back made a small nest by the lightning-struck wood. Its bright little eyes were full of curiosity about the wood. The night passed in a flash. The system's voice echoed in my mind. Today's Intel, Part 1. Wanbao Trading House will restock some blind boxes this afternoon. Blind box number 36 has a beast hide scroll. Put it in sunlight to unlock a cultivation method for the walk secret. Today's Intel, Part 2. The Shah, the young leader of the Nine Realms evil sect with 10 strands of fiendish body, will be challenged by someone else. He'll pass by Guffing City tomorrow. Click for the location. Hearing this, I was shocked. The walk secret is one of the 9 secrets. If you fully master it, you'll have the fastest speed in the world. And the young leader of the Nine Realms evil sect just so happens to have 10 strands of fiendish body. It's practically a free XP bag walking in. I made up my mind right away. Since box 36 arrives in the afternoon, I'll go to the old tomb on Dayu Mountain first. Time to get some loot. I was worried about not having money. Now it's just falling into my lap. Half an hour later, I arrived at Dayu Mountain. Right as I got there, I felt movement behind me, so I quickly hid in the nearby woods. 2 sneaky figures appeared, climbing out of a robbed tomb tunnel. One of them, a clean-looking guy, complained, "Damn it. This tomb is built like a maze. We've been here so long but still haven't found the main chamber." The other, all dirty and dusty, agreed, "Yeah. There are tons of traps in there. We've already lost a lot of people. Don't know if we should keep digging." Just then, an excited voice called from the tunnel, "Boss, we found the right path to the main tomb." Hearing this, the Earth Dragon gang leader Liu Bao was shocked too. He rushed down the tunnel. Seeing this, I moved fast too. Since I had the tomb map, I didn't go in through their tunnel. I headed to a mountain stream nearby and jumped straight into the water. There was a secret passage in the stream that led right to the tomb. Soon I'd entered the main chamber. Inside the main chamber, a stone coffin was hanging in the air, suspended by 4 chains. And on the surface of the coffin, it was covered in suppression runes. Even around the tomb, there were tons of yellow talisman papers hanging everywhere. Looking at all this, I suddenly felt uneasy. What if something here comes back to life? Most importantly, except for all these evil suppressing talismans in the chamber, there was nothing else. I frowned and looked at the coffin. Well, since I'm here, I'm not leaving empty-handed. Let's just hope nothing wakes up. I jumped straight onto the coffin lid and forced it open. A strong fragrance flowed out from inside. Suddenly, I tensed up. Normally, a stone coffin would stink of rot, but now it smelled sweet. That wasn't normal at all. Inside the coffin, a woman in red was lying there quietly. Her features were delicate like a painting. You could just imagine her beauty when she was alive. The most chilling part was, there was a corpse-suppressing talisman on her forehead. Nervously, I gulped and thought, damn, this is definitely a big ghost. I wiped away my cold sweat, but couldn't look away, stealing a glance at the storage ring on her finger. Softly, I mumbled, "Sorry about this. I'm really broke right now. I'll just borrow your storage ring for a bit." Then I quickly slipped the ring off her finger and hurried to close the coffin lid. Without looking back, I ran out of the chamber. A while later, the tomb door opened again. The Earth Dragon gang burst in. They soon noticed the coffin had been moved, but they ignored all those talismans inside and went straight around the coffin. Boss Liu Bao even jumped straight on top of it and shoved the lid aside. The moment Liu Bao saw the woman's corpse, he couldn't help but swallow hard. He reached out instinctively and took off the red robe from the woman's corpse. He was just about to check out the perfect body when suddenly, a blast of chilly wind swept through. The talisman on her forehead caught fire out of nowhere and instantly turned to ash. At the same time, the lady in red opened her eyes. Liu Bo was scared out of his mind. He tried to run, but a cold hand pierced his back and crushed his heart. He didn't even get to scream. His body shriveled up instantly. The others were terrified by what just happened. They tried to escape, but nobody got away. After she killed everyone, the corpse slowly touched the spot where the ring had been. Her red eyes glared in the direction I'd vanished. By now I'd already returned to my courtyard and started checking the storage ring. What I saw shocked me. There's at least 100 cubic meters inside. Snacks were piled up like a mountain. There was even earth core dragon saliva and spirit jade essence. I took the chunk of earth core and gently sprinkled it around the lightning-struck wood. The once charred wood trembled all over. A surge of life force burst out from the earth. The half-meter willow branch grew fast. In a blink, it stretched to about 1 meter. What surprised me was, the willow branch suddenly broke off. It turned into a bright green bracelet, It slipped onto my wrist on its own. I gave a small smile. Is this your gift for me? Thanks. Then I took out the dragon's saliva, carefully fed it to the curled up wind thunder eagle. This elixir is amazing for nurturing beasts. Once the eagle finished the dragon's saliva, it acted like it got drunk, started snoring on the ground. Its body grew bigger so fast you could see it happen. Even its feathers glowed with a metallic shine. Finally, I drank spirit jade essence myself. Warm but surging energy spread inside my body. Then I activated my devouring magic, guided this power through my limbs and bones. Most cultivators waste spiritual energy, but devouring magic refines it all efficiently. My cultivation easily broke through to Spirit Sea Level 1. Only at this moment did I truly step into the path of cultivation, and only a small part of the Spirit Jade essence was used. Just a little has been consumed. Then Wan Yu walked out of her room. She called me to eat. She vaguely noticed changes in me, unsure what she was thinking of. Tears wouldn't stop flowing. I looked at Wan Yu, her eyes turning red. Why are you crying? Wan Yu choked up and spoke. I'm just happy for you, young master. You always hope to prove yourself one day, so people can see you're not some loser. Hearing this, I hugged Wan Yu in comfort. That day will come. After all, Wan Yu and I are the closest. There's no way he hasn't noticed anything. But Ayu didn't ask about anything. She just hopes I get better. That really moved me. After lunch, I went to the Wanbao Trading Company. The old manager and some staff were arranging blind boxes on the shelves. I went straight to the counter and asked for box number 36. The manager smiled. Sure thing. Wait a sec. Then a figure with blood-red eyes burst right into Wanbao Trading Company. It was Zhao Hu, the guy the boss mentioned last time, out raising money. Zhao Hu spoke gruffly, manager. Got a new batch of blind boxes today? Right, numbers 10 and 36. And box 52. I want them all wait. The manager looked troubled. Bad timing for you. All the other boxes are here. But box 36 was just bought by this customer. The manager was about to hand me box 36. Zhao Hu stopped him instantly. Wait. I've picked out these boxes carefully. They've got my lucky numbers inside. One is sure to have something valuable. So box 36 must be mine. You pick another one. Zhao Hu glanced at me and reached out to take the box for himself. But I moved faster, grabbed it right away. Then I shot back bluntly this blind box. I've already paid for it, so it belongs to me. Nobody's taking it. I really wanted to curse at him. Change your damn box. This box 36 has the movement secret. The others don't, but I held back. Don't want to expose the movement secret. Seeing this, Zhao Hu's face was full of anger. A clash was about to happen. The manager quickly stepped in to smooth things over. Zhao Hu forced himself to calm down, manager. I'll give Wanbao Trading Company respect. For Zhao Hu, Wanbao Trading Company is not someone he can mess with. Since the manager said let's be peaceful, he had to go along with it. I just gave Zhao Hu a cold look and left directly with my current strength. I don't even care about Zhao Hu. After leaving Wanbao Trading Company, I headed home, hoping to quickly practice the movement secret. Suddenly, I smelled a familiar fragrance. The next moment, time seemed to freeze. Even dust hanging in the air stopped. I stood there stunned, because a woman in red appeared before me. She was the corpse from the ancient tomb's stone coffin. A chill ran up my spine. Skull-tingling shock. She came back to life. An icy hand silently touched my shoulder. That deathly touch made my scalp tingle. Right then, the willow bracelet on my wrist started glowing a bright green. Seconds later, time flowed again. The noise of people and carts rushed back into my ears. I snapped back instantly. The red-robed woman had vanished. I stood in the busy street, searching for the woman in red, but couldn't find her at all. My face showed confusion. Was it an illusion or real? Did the corpse really target me? I pushed down my unease, walking back to my little courtyard, feeling weighed down. Didn't notice in a remote alley? The red-robed woman watched my fading figure, her brows tightly furrowed. The hand that touched my shoulder looked like it had been burned badly. It turned straight into charcoal. Her eyes locked tight on my back as I left. Moments later, her figure flickered. She followed me silently like a ghost, until she saw me open the courtyard door and walk into the home bathed in a soft glow. Her face suddenly filled with uncontrollable fear. She quickly stepped back twice, turned and vanished into the alley. Her shadow disappeared faster than it came. Back home, I eagerly took out the beast skin scroll, held it under sunlight. Light shone through the skin. A line of flowing golden runes started to appear. It was the cultivation method for the movement secret. I memorized the rune patterns, then closed my eyes and focused. Started cultivating the movement secret. Supposedly, if you master it, you can even chase the river of time with the movement secret. Whether chasing tough enemies or escaping danger, I've got more confidence now. The next day, the system's robotic voice chimed in again. Today's intel, Child of Destiny Yun Chun, will arrive in Gufeng City tomorrow. And at a stall, he'll find an ancient jade worth 100,000 spirit stones. Click for the stall's exact location. Today's intel too. Master Thief Bai Xiaoyos recently stole a teleportation talisman for the Linksy secret realm.
Click for Bai Xiaoyos' location.
Hearing this info, I instantly smiled. As the Child of Destiny Yun Chun, any jade he chooses has to be special. If I keep following him, I can keep profiting off him. And the Linksy secret realm is legendary. Lots of opportunities inside. Strong forces have always controlled it. They're geniuses. Mostly have special physics. For me, it's a golden opportunity. So I have to get this teleportation charm. But I have something more important to do right now. That is to get the flesh-eroding body of the evil sect's young master. Soon I was on the street. I saw two figures, one young and one old. The young one was the young master of the 9 regions evil sect. The older one looked like Molao, his guardian. I was about to approach them. Then I noticed, for some reason, they suddenly hurried toward the city outskirts. I frowned a little. I held back the urge to strike right away. With my current cultivation level, it's easy to handle the Shah, but against his guardian, I'm not strong enough. So if I want to take out the Shah, I have to separate them first. I didn't hesitate. I followed them quietly. We left the city. They went further into a remote area. Just when I was about to make my move, Molao suddenly stopped ahead, like he sensed something. He ran off in another direction without even looking back. The Shah's face turned pale right away. He panicked and started running too. I had no idea what was happening with them. Could it be an enemy about to attack them? But Molai leaving actually gave me a chance to finish off the Shah. I quickly used my secret movement technique. In a flash, I caught up. The Shah sensed me behind him and instantly realized I was targeting him. Murderous intent flashed in the Shah's eyes. He shouted arrogantly, "I'm the young master of the Netherworld evil sect. Who the hell are you? How dare you attack me? You're asking to die." The Shah drew his red saber and slashed straight at me. A surge of bloody aura swallowed the ground. I sneered coldly, formed the royal seal with both hands. A golden palm print fell from above. Under the royal palm, the Shah's bloody power was totally useless. The Shah was sent flying by the palm strike. He crashed hard to the ground. Blood gushed from his mouth. Who knows how many bones he broke. The Shah struggled to look up. "Who are you?" I didn't waste time talking. I went up and broke his neck. Then I left the scene quickly. That fight was loud. It would definitely draw other cultivators' attention. Leaving fast was the best option. Soon, I found shelter in a remote cave. It didn't take long. I refined all 10 strands of the evil body. Power surged inside me. The barriers of my realm started breaking one by one. When I opened my eyes again, I was shocked and happy. My cultivation had reached level 5 of the seaside realm. Even though I started late compared to other prodigies, I had already fallen far behind. But with the help of the system, I can catch up, even surpass them. I left the cave after that. Time to check on Bai Xiaoze. It was already dark. Back in the ruined temple at Dayu Mountain, Bai Xiaoze was teaching his apprentice how to steal. All the disciples were listening intently. Just then, a lively young boy suddenly asked the master a question. "I heard you stole a treasure today. Can you show it to us?" Hearing that, Bai the thief held up a blue blessing charm. He waved it in front of the disciples. "Of course. Today I'll show you something new. This is a teleport talisman for a secret realm. If you have it, you can teleport straight into the secret realm." Before he could finish, Bai suddenly saw a blur in front of his eyes. It felt like a shadow flashed by. He looked down again, and the teleport talisman in his hand was gone. He was instantly furious. Without thinking, he took off running after it. But that shadow was insanely fast. Bai tried his absolute best to speed up. But not only did he not catch up, the gap just kept growing. Out of breath, he stopped. Bai gritted his teeth and muttered, "So fast. But stealing from the master thief? No way." He took a deep breath. In a flash, he dashed out again. He shot off like lightning. But he still couldn't even see the shadow. He just watched as the shadow disappeared for good. Bai started doubting his whole life. He was the master thief, yet someone outran him by that much. Bai ground his teeth together. He growled, "You better hope I don't catch you, or you'll regret it." But when Bai came back to the abandoned temple, he saw his disciples gathered around a pile of snacks, shouting excitedly. Bai looked serious. Where did all these snacks come from? The lively boy piped up, "Master, you're back." Right after he ran out, this bag of holding suddenly appeared on the table. There were exactly 3,000 snacks inside. And there was a note too. As he spoke, he handed the note over. Bai took it and looked. On it was written, "Talisman for the Linksy Secret Realm. I'm taking that. These snacks are your compensation." Bai felt all kinds of ways reading that note. Did they know I'd never catch up? Forget it, the teleport talisman is gone, that's that. At least I got something out of it. Meanwhile, I had the Linksy Secret Realm talisman in my pocket and headed back to my own courtyard with the teleport talisman. Now I just have to wait for the secret realm to open. The night passed quickly. Today's intel, the virtual realm arrives at noon today. Just focus and say virtual realm in your mind, and you can log in. For more info about the virtual realm, click here. Today's news, deep in the wilds, 108,000 miles away. A sacred yellow blood grass will ripen in 3 days. Then someone will pick it.
Click for specific location.
My eyebrow shot up. I clicked on more info about the virtual realm. The more I read, the more shocked I was. Turns out the virtual realm is like a virtual network. Cultivators who enter it can trade and cultivate there, but I'll have to try it myself to see how it works. That second piece of news left me speechless. That sacred herb is 108,000 miles away from me. No way I can get there in 3 days. Even 30 days wouldn't be enough. Suddenly, my eyes lit up. If I can't get it, I can always use the virtual realm to sell this info for a high price. With that decided, I chose to log into the virtual realm at noon. But right now, I need to beat the chosen one, Yan Chun, and grab that ancient jade worth 100,000 spirit stones first. I headed straight to the stall. A bearded vendor was arranging his goods. I spotted the ancient jade right away. I tried to contain my excitement. "Boss, how much for this jade?" The bearded vendor looked me up and down. 500 spirit stones. "You can have it." I looked shocked and bargained instantly. "Why don't you just rob me instead? Is there even anything real here?" "I'll give you 5 spirit stones." The vendor's face changed in a second. "Deal. I'll call it my first sale for today." "Hand over the spirit stones." I was a bit stunned, scratched my head with my right hand. Snatching the chosen one's luck is going way too smooth, but I didn't overthink it. Just handed over the spirit stones. The vendor took them and handed me the jade. He looked really pleased. I was just as happy inside. I never thought I could get the ancient jade worth 100,000 spirit stones that easily. Then I turned and left the stall. Right then, a young man brushed past me. It was Yan Chun, the chosen one. Yan Chun went to the bearded vendor and searched carefully, but didn't see the ancient jade anywhere. He quickly asked the vendor, and found out it was already sold. Yan Chun's face changed immediately. He'd come to Guffing City just for the soul-nourishing jade, to help his master's fading soul. Didn't expect someone beat him to it. Feeling upset, Yan Chun pulled out 20 snacks and asked the bearded vendor, "What did the buyer look like? Do you still remember?" The vendor described my appearance roughly. Yan Chun then searched all over East Ancient City, but couldn't find anything. He was frustrated. Meanwhile, the ring on Yan Chun's finger started to glow faintly. A pleasant, mature woman's voice rang in his head. It was his master Shen Xinlin. "Don't be upset, Yan Chun. It's fine if we lost the soul-nourishing jade. I can still hang in there for a while." The Linksy secret realm will open soon. There will be more chances then, and tons of opportunities inside. But for now, we should leave quickly from this city filled with ghostly energy, or you'll be in danger every minute. Yan Chun lowered his head and answered, "Yes, master."
He quickly left Guffing City.
After I got home, I started researching the jade. Pretty soon, I found in an ancient book that this is soul-nourishing jade. It can nurture the soul. I was surprised. What a great turn of events. No wonder the system valued it at 100,000 spirit stones. Then a mysterious voice suddenly exploded in my head. The virtual realm has arrived. Welcome, cultivator. Please log in. I put 100 spirit stones beside me, focused and silently called log in to virtual realm. When I opened my eyes again, I was on a wide plaza. Not long after, the plaza filled up with cultivators. Everyone was wearing a black robe, and their faces looked blurred like mosaics. I grinned. Pretty cool setup. As long as I don't want to, nobody can find out who I really am. Pretty soon, some clever cultivators saw a business chance. They set up stalls right on the spot. Vendors started shouting nonstop. The whole plaza got lively. I cleared my throat, shouting out that there's a holy herb here. News about the yellow blood grass. Valid for 2 days. Only costs 10,000 spirit stones. After I said that, the whole area went quiet. Many vendors and cultivators stared at me in shock. One cultivator quickly asked,
A holy herb is legendary stuff.
"You can't just find it whenever you want." I stayed calm and said, "I want to know too." 10,000 spirit stones. And this info is only valid for 2 days. That cultivator bargained right away. 10,000 snacks. That's too much. It's not even real yellow blood grass. It's just info. People around started agreeing. I couldn't help but laugh. I'm selling it at this price only because it's about yellow blood grass. If it's a real holy herb, even 1,000,000 snacks might not be enough. I yelled, "Shut up." 10,000 snacks. No bargaining. Pay if you want it. If not, then get lost. The crowd looked angry after hearing that. But there was nothing they could do. This is the virtual realm. Everything's just digital. They can't even see what I look like, let alone check who I am. Then suddenly, a man in a black robe came up to me. "Is your yellow blood grass info real? If so, I'll buy it. And I can give you 10,000 spirit stones right now." I promised with confidence. Of course it's real. The man in black seemed afraid I'd trick him. He threatened me again. "If it's fake, no matter where you run, I will never let you go." He handed me the spirit stones, and I told him everything about the yellow blood grass. The next moment his figure turned blurry. Looks like he left the virtual realm. Now I should go to the most mysterious area here. Pretty soon I reached the Great Dream Everlasting Zone. This is the most special place in the virtual realm. Basically, cultivators can dream freely here, especially dream about training. Here, time in reality and in dreams passes at about a 1:12 ratio. What's more amazing is, the Great Dream Everlasting Zone has 4 dream layers. The first 3, each layer is 12 times faster than the previous one. The 4th dream layer is unique. Rumor says no one's ever been there, because the effects of each dream layer vary, so the cost in spirit stones goes up each time. I couldn't help but sigh. Looks like I need to get more snacks. That way I can search for opportunities by day, and train in my dreams at night. That's just perfect. Next, I entered the first dream layer to cultivate. This time I'm mainly working on fate cultivation, boosting my own speed. Not long after, the system made an announcement. Today's Intel 1. The Linksy secret realm opens tomorrow. Chosen 1 Yun Chun will get the Phoenix blood in the Linksy realm. Tap for the Phoenix blood location. Today's Intel 2. Cultivator Chu Shayan. Killed to steal a moonlight glazed fruit. Now he's badly injured. Currently recovering at a secret spot.
Tap for Chu Shayan's location.
Looking at the first intel, I can't help but feel a lot. No wonder he's the chosen one. He even got Phoenix blood. But now that I've found out, that Phoenix blood is mine. About Chu Shayan in Intel 2. I remember it clearly. Back in the Hengduan Mountains, he relied on his high cultivation. Acted arrogant and reckless. Wanted to check every cultivator's storage ring. If I hadn't used my devouring demon skill to cause chaos, and slipped away at the right moment, I wouldn't just have lost treasures. My life would have been over. Now he's injured and on the run, so he can't blame me for not holding back. Then I clicked on Chu Cheyenne location. Went straight over. First, for revenge. Second, for the moonlight crystal fruit he's holding. That's exactly what I need right now. If I can refine it, I might break into divine skill realm. At the moment, Chu Cheyenne is being hunted by Whale Gang. He's badly hurt. No strength to fight back. So he hides out in a secret cave to heal. After a long while, his wounds ease up a bit. Chu Cheyenne speaks through gritted teeth. Whale Gang, just wait. Once I'm healed, I'm wiping out your whole clan. He sees his wounds are a little stable. Struggles to stand up, ready to leave quickly. But just then, a dark shadow flashes by like a ghost.
Yu Cheyenne can't even react.
He's blasted away by a huge force. Slams hard into the rock wall. All his healed wounds burst open instantly. Pain so intense he almost passes out.
Yu Cheyenne spits out blood.
Barely manages a defensive stance. Who the hell are you? I couldn't care less. Kicked him flying. Then punched him again and again. Chu Cheyenne gets beaten so bad his face is unrecognizable. He finally begs for mercy. You're not from Whale Gang. Who are you really? What grudge do I have with you? Let me go. I finally stop, so I'll let you die. Knowing why. I'm the one who took the mountain treasure in Hengduan Mountains. Here to kill you today. Now you know. With that, I punched straight through his heart. Chu Cheyenne's face is filled with anger. So you were the one who took the treasure. He doesn't even finish his sentence. Before all life leaves him, I quickly take his storage ring and leave without looking back. Once I'm home, I search his storage ring thoroughly, and sure enough, find the moonlight crystal fruit. Legend says eating half the fruit purifies worldly filth, helps cultivators break through inner demons, makes spiritual power flow as smoothly as moonlight. Without hesitation, I eat the whole fruit right away, sit cross-legged and start cultivating. After a long while, a cold, mighty, mysterious force spreads out from inside me. My mind shakes hard. Feels like a majestic palace quietly appears. That's the residence of spiritual consciousness, source of soul power. I slowly open my eyes, feeling the transformation in my strength. Bleh. Can't help but smile. This moonlight crystal fruit really is awesome. Pushed me right into divine skill realm level 1. Then I enter the virtual world to keep training. In a blink, it's the next day. Today is the official opening of the Linksy Secret Realm. Cultivators with Linksy Realm teleport symbols can enter Linksy Secret Realm. Today's Intel 19. Hua Sword Sect Disciple Chu Feng will get the Eye Divine Technique in the realm's second layer. Location of Eye Divine Technique. Click today's Intel 2. Absolute Evil Palace. Genius Ling Chenshao with Absolute Demon Body will find a saint body remnant on the lowest floor of Linksy Secret Realm. Seeing Intel 1. I smile a little. It's Hu Feng from Hua Sword Sect again. Last time, I beat him to it and got the ancient beast egg first. This time, running into him again. Guess Chu Feng is just unlucky. Also, Absolute Evil Palace is one of the big enemies of my Lin family, especially when my talent was low back then. I got mocked and attacked a lot by Absolute Evil Palace. And Ling Chenshao even humiliated me once. If my family elders didn't arrive in time, I might have died at Ling Chengshao's hands. I smile coldly. Ling Chenshao, as long as I'm around, you can forget about getting the saint body remnant. Suddenly, the Linksy Realm teleport symbol activates. Blue light shines all around, keeps trembling, reminding all cultivators. Linksy Secret Realm is now open. You can enter. I use my power to activate the teleport symbol. When I open my eyes again, I'm in a mountain forest. Tall ancient trees everywhere. Looks the same as outside. I don't dare to stay. Gotta be the chosen one, Yan Chun. Get phoenix blood first. Very soon. A wilted phoenix tree grove appears. Trees charred, branches dead. The whole forest is lifeless. No sign of life at all. I mutter to myself, still searching. All right. This is the phoenix grove where the true phoenix once lived. But now it's completely dead. After searching for a bit, I finally find under the thickest phoenix tree a drop of blood floating in midair, scarlet with golden light swirling inside. A phoenix shadow faintly visible inside the blood droplet, radiating vibrant life. This is true phoenix blood. I suppress my excitement, take out a jade bottle, carefully put it away. and quickly leave, planning to find a quiet place to refine the phoenix blood. Yan Chun arrives later, sees the empty grove, and looks really upset. Yan Chun is furious, pounds the charred tree trunk. Don't let me find out who took the phoenix blood, or I won't be nice. I know nothing about any of this. Right now I've found a hidden cave. Set up a simple barrier. Sit cross-legged.
Take out the phoenix blood droplet.
Take a deep breath. Swallow the phoenix blood. In my danshin, a thumb-sized blood droplet, giving off scary heat. Sweat covers my forehead. My face twisted with pain. But I don't back down at all. Phoenix blood is a rare treasure. Refining it is dangerous. One slip and I could explode and die. But if I succeed, my power will leap forward. As time passes, my bones start to glow gold. My flesh feels reborn like a phoenix. Don't know how long went by, when the last trace of energy in the gaps gets completely refined by me. A surge of powerful energy erupted from my body. Loose rocks in the cave shook and tumbled down. I was thrilled to realize I had reached the 4th level of divine skill. My recovery had become astonishing. Ordinary wounds would heal almost instantly. I felt overjoyed, but I didn't dare linger. I stayed on the 2nd floor of the Linksy secret realm. Big Eye Divine Technique was still waiting for me, so I headed toward the 2nd floor of the Linksy secret realm. On the way, a burst of intense fighting noises caught my attention. I quietly moved closer. I saw an open area in the woods, where Yan Chun, the chosen one, was facing off with 2 rogue cultivators. The 2 rogue cultivators looked furious. We found this soul lotus first, and now you want to take it by force. That's so unfair. Lightning crackled around Yan Chun. He looked fierce. I'm the Dao partner. Don't forget the soul lotus is right there. Anyone can take it, even if it's in your hands. If I want it, you'll have to hand it over. If you don't want to die, leave right now. The 2 cultivators looked troubled. The power gap kept them from arguing. They were about to leave unwillingly. One of them glanced sideways, suddenly spotted something, and it pointed fiercely behind Yan Chun, shouting loudly, "Look over there. Someone's picking the soul lotus." Yan Chun immediately sneered. You're trying to trick me into looking away, so you can ambush me, huh? Can't believe you'd use such cheap tactics. You think I'm some rookie? Just then, Yan Chun's master Shen Shinlin spoke up. Yan Chun, someone really is picking the soul lotus. Yan Chun's face changed. He quickly turned around, but only saw someone's back, and the soul lotus was already gone. Yan Chun totally lost it. He was shaking with rage. He failed to get the soul-nourishing jade. The phoenix blood was snatched away. Now even the soul lotus was taken. Yan Chun's anger blew up. Damn it. You want to steal the soul lotus right in front of Yan Chun. Keep dreaming. Lightning flashed around Yan Chun. He quickly chased after me. I sneered coldly, then used my movement secret technique at full power. It didn't take long. I was already out of Yan Chun's sight. From far behind came an unwilling roar. I laughed and retracted my soul power. Without slowing down at all. Yan Chun, you're way too slow. I headed straight for the entrance to the 2nd floor of the secret realm, leaving Yan Chun standing pale at the spot. He looked totally crushed. Master, I've lost him. When it comes to speed, I can't keep up with him. I don't even know who he is. Shen Shinlin sounded helpless. Yan Chun, don't get discouraged. We just have to accept defeat this time. If I'm not mistaken, he used the movement secret, one of the 9 secrets.
And
he still has some phoenix blood energy left unrefined. He must be the one who stole the phoenix blood. Yan Chun felt even more wronged. He was hoping his master would comfort him, but instead his master told him to accept his loss. Yan Chun's face turned completely dark. His teeth clenched with a loud snap. No wonder my thunder moves can't catch up to him.
damn it.
He swore to himself.
He had to take out the guy who kept stealing his opportunities.
After I ditched Yan Chun, I went straight to the 2nd level of the Linksy secret realm. It was no longer a forest there, but a dark underground cave like a maze. Following the instructions from the intel, I headed right for where the Big Eye Divine Art was located. At the same time, Si Hu Feng was gripping that beast skin scroll with faded markings. Si Chu Feng nervously checked the route, while stumbling around in the complicated cave. But he didn't know. I didn't even need that map. I already knew the exact spot of the big-eyed divine art, so I got there before Xie Chufeng. In the center of the cave, I saw a white skeleton sitting cross-legged. If I'm right, this should be the remains of Big-Eye True Lord. Back when the Lingxi secret realm was still a complete world, Big-Eye True Lord was also a top expert. But he ended up dying here. I bowed to his remains. Big-Eye True Lord, I pay my respects as a junior. Then I looked at the warm jade slip gripped in his bony hand. It held the Big-Eye divine art. I picked up the jade slip and left right away, but I ran straight into Xie Yufeng. The moment Xie Chufeng saw me, his brows twisted in a frown. Have we met before? I quickly waved my hand. Nope, never met. After I said that, I walked right past him. Now that I had the Big-Eye divine art, I definitely didn't want any trouble. Xie Chufeng watched my back as I left quickly. A strange sense of unease welling up inside. He rushed into the cave, searched all over, but found nothing. Xie Yufeng looked really frustrated.
Damn.
Did that guy just now take the Big-Eye divine art? An idea flashed through Xie Chufeng's mind, and suddenly he remembered. I remember now. I met him before in the Broken Mountains. When he walked by me, he had that ancient bird beast on his shoulder I was looking for. Now the Big-Eye divine art got taken too. Is this guy just unlucky for me? By now I'd reached the lowest level of the Lingxi secret realm, looking for that crucial Saint Physique remnant. The walls around me were set with glowing blue crystals, making the whole place look ghostly. And right in the center of this dead place lay a huge broken body. Half his body was stuck in a golden stone base. The ground was covered in ancient runes. Just as I was about to move forward, a young man in a black robe appeared ahead, with a cold, sinister face. It was none other than Ling Chenshao from the Absolute Evil Palace. Ling Chenshao was greedily eyeing the Saint Physique remnant. So this is what the Ling family wanted so bad. It really is special. Even after all these years, the body hasn't rotted. But now it belongs to the Absolute Evil Palace. When I heard that, my eyes turned cold. The Absolute Evil Palace and our Ling family are sworn enemies. Whatever we want, they have to get in the way.
Plus,
my family has always wanted to find this Saint Physique body, to help my brother with the ancient sacred body get stronger. Since Lin Chenshao found it, he won't let it go. Just as Lin Chenshao was about to take the Saint Physique body, I suddenly disappeared, and the next second showed up right at his side and punched him hard in the face. Lin Chengshao's face twisted instantly, spitting teeth and blood everywhere, flying out like a ragdoll and slamming into the rock wall.
he struggled up from the rubble.
His chest heaving wildly. You bastard! How dare you sneak attack me? You're looking for death. Before he finished speaking, Lin Chenshao activated his special power, the Annihilation Demon Body. Dark magic surged around him, and purple flames shot at me. I shouted King Seal. A golden palm print with a massive shadow appeared in the air, smashing down at Lin Chenshao with terrifying force. He got hammered deeper into the wall. Blood gushed from his mouth. This time, Lin Chenshao finally saw my face. His eyes went wide, and he screamed, "You're Lin Yu." I flashed over to him, appearing at his side in an instant, and grabbed his neck, lifting him out of the pit. I said calmly, "Lin Chenshao, long time no see." Then I activated the devouring demon art and started absorbing his demon body. Lin Chenshao felt his core power being sucked out. He yelled in shock, "What skill is this? How can you absorb my demonic power? Stop!" I stared coldly at his paling face, but didn't stop. Lin Chenshao was losing it. "Lin, I was wrong. Let me go. I swear I won't bother you again." Hearing that, I just sneered. "You're not sorry. You're just scared to die, right?" Then screams echoed in the cave. In the end, I fully refined the Annihilation Demon Body. My strength jumped up a lot, reaching the 5th level of Divine Arts. Then I took the Saint Physique remains and left the lowest level of the Lingxi Secret Realm. Suddenly, I felt a strong repelling force. It meant I was about to be kicked out of the Lingxi Secret Realm. Each cultivator can stay there for just 1 day at most. And sure enough, not long after, I was automatically kicked out. When I came to, I was back in my familiar little courtyard. Wan Yu had already set breakfast on the stone table. I took a deep breath, sat by the table, and thought quietly. Check today's info. Today's info. First, ancient Wind City is the origin of the Lin family. Getting the lost key will unlock the Lin family secret. Today's info 2. A badly wounded ancient sacred body has already arrived in ancient Wind City. Hearing the first bit of info, I instantly perked up. Ancient Wind City is where our Lin family started, which, of course, I knew, but I never realized there were more secrets hidden here, let alone a lost key. Then I paused and turned to info 2, the badly wounded ancient sacred body. Could that be my super talented brother Lin Jun? If I'm right, he should have come to see me in ancient Wind City. Even though Lin Chun and I are on very different rungs at home, we still get along pretty well. Just as Wan Yu and I were about to eat breakfast, a deep, magnetic voice suddenly called out, "Big bro, you sure know how to live easy." A man showed up right at our table. He wore a pale blue brocade robe and had a dark jade pendant hanging at his waist. Wan Yu exclaimed in surprise, "Second young master, why are you here all of a sudden?" "I'll go get an extra set of bowls and chopsticks." Lin Chan nodded, showing gratitude. I took a sip of the porridge. I looked up at Lin Chan. "Hey, Mr. Busy. You didn't come just to see me, did you?" "What's up?" Lin Chan looked calm. "Can't I come see my big bro even if there's nothing wrong?" I spoke very calmly. "You're our Lin family's golden boy. You're usually super busy. How could the family just let you come visit someone as unimportant as me for no reason?" Lin Chan couldn't stay calm hearing that. He quickly explained, "Actually, the family hasn't given up on you. I'm here to bring you 2 things." Then Lin Chan took out a jade bottle. "This is Qingtianhua long liquid. The main ingredient is a treasure I found in a secret realm. The family added some herbs too, and finally refined it. It can improve your talent for cultivation, to help you officially start your cultivation journey." I looked at Lin Chan seriously. "Your injuries. Did you get hurt to find the main ingredient?" Lin Chan froze for a second. He didn't expect I'd notice he was injured. Lin Chan said lightly, "It's just a minor wound, no big deal." I didn't reply, just stared right at Lin Chan. Lin Chan looked guilty and pulled out a jade pendant.
He changed the subject quickly.
"All right, big bro. I got this jade pendant from our ancestors' lost legacy. I heard our Lin family in Guffeng City seems to have some kind of secret, and this pendant is the key. So Dad told me to bring it to you. See if you can figure anything out." I stared at the jade pendant in Lin Chan's hand. My heart was racing. Is this the lost key? I didn't hesitate. I took both the Qingtianhua long liquid and the pendant. After that, the 2 of us just chatted. After half an hour, Lin Chan finally left, looking a bit reluctant. Just after he stepped out, I suddenly called for Lin Chan. "Wait, take this." I tossed a storage bag to Lin Chan. Lin Chan took the bag, confused. He opened it and looked inside. His eyes instantly widened. "Big bro!" Lin Chan was about to say something, but I made a shushing gesture and shook my head, telling him to keep it a secret. Lin Chan broke into a big smile. "My dear big brother, you're such a crafty guy. You hide things better than anyone." The storage bag had a fragment of the holy body. Before Lingxi's secret realm opened, Jue Palace had provoked the Lin family, claiming they found the holy body's location. It really pissed the family off. But after Lin Chan and Zhao entered the Lingxi secret realm, they never came back out. And now the holy body's remains are with me. Any strange noises, I'll know right away. Sent my little brother off. After midnight, I started studying the jade pendant. I put a drop of my blood right on the pendant. Then I saw the Dijiang totem on it. It almost looked like it was coming to life. It started shining bright. Even the space around it started warping. Suddenly, some info went straight into my mind. The Dijiang Jade Pendant is a key. It can open space nodes in ancient Feng City. With these space nodes, I can move instantly to another spot, across all 3,000 provinces of the ancient world. But each time I use the Dijiang Pendant, there's a 3-day cooldown. Hearing that, I gasped. Man, if I have this space node, I could go anywhere I want. I heard just one province is already unimaginably huge. From south to north, an ordinary person could walk their whole life and never reach the end. And there are 3,000 provinces in the ancient world. It's insanely vast. way beyond imagination. Even the top clan, the Ling family in Zhuan province, only holds fame in a few nearby provinces. People further away have never even heard of the Ling family. They may never cross paths their entire life. But these space nodes cover all 3,000 provinces. Who in my clan made this possible? That's really impressive. I made my decision right then. I'm gonna use the Dijiang pendant once. Gotta wait 3 days before I can use it again. For now, I'll take care of the treasures from Lingxi's secret realm first. Tomorrow, I'll try using the Dijiang pendant. I'll check out other provinces. As I willed it, I entered the virtual realm. Then I put out all the treasures I didn't need. I cleared my throat and started calling out, just like other vendors. Don't miss out. Soul-nourishing ancient jade, spirit lotus, and all kinds of legendary treasures. Come take a look, everyone. Meanwhile, a man in a black robe was getting really excited. This was none other than the child of destiny, Yan Chen. Master, while I was in Lingxi's secret realm, I missed the phoenix blood and the spirit lotus. But I did get other rare treasures. Altogether, I sold them for 100,000 spirit stones. Now I can buy soul-nourishing items for you, Master. Shan Xinlin said calmly. You have a good heart, but this is just the start.
Next.
You need to train hard in your dreams for a few days. Really master the techniques I gave you. With these treasures to boost you, you'll get a major power-up. Yan Chen nodded. Master, this is what I should do. In the next few days, I'll focus on training hard. Soon after, Yan Chen started searching for soul-nourishing items. But just then, he heard my vendors shout. Hearing me, Yan Chen couldn't help but laugh.
He actually cracked up.
Master, we're in luck. I thought this would take time to find. But someone's actually selling them here. But soon his smile disappeared. Yan Chen quickly squeezed through the crowd. He came straight to my booth. He saw not just soul-nourishing jade. He also saw the spirit lotus. Right then, Yan Chen realized the one who snatched both items was me. He held back his anger, forced a friendly attitude. Friend, these soul treasures are rare. You actually got both? That takes real skill. I respect people like you. Really want to make friends. Mind giving me a chance to connect? I glanced at the guy in the black robe by my stand and replied bluntly. Just say you want to buy something. Which treasure are you after? Trying to befriend me, just to get a discount? Forget about it. At that, Yan Chen had to hold back his anger. It's not about the treasures. I'm interested in you as a person. I really do want to connect. I got goosebumps right away and shouted back, you creep. Get lost, don't make me sick. Yan Chen was so mad, veins popped on his forehead. He couldn't hold it in anymore.
He started yelling at me right there.
Who do you think you are? I've put up with you long enough. If you're so tough, tell me who you are. Let's see if I don't finish you off. I fired back without hesitation. Are you nuts? I'm just running my booth here. You're already bugging me. Now you start cursing. Are you dumb or what? Yan Chen shouted. Do you even dare to tell me your real name? I shot right back, nope. Yan Chen was about to cough up blood from rage. Like punching a pillow and nothing happens. Our argument drew a big crowd. I seized the moment, ignored Yan Chen, and started shouting again. Come check it out, everyone. All kinds of precious treasures. Don't miss your chance. Yan Chen lost it again.
He tried to punch and kick me.
But this is the virtual realm. We're not real here. His attacks did nothing at all. People looked at the treasures on my booth and started buying like crazy. One cultivator even helped shout for me. Soul-nourishing jade and spirit lotus. These treasures are super rare, and the quality is great. Fair prices too. Totally worth it. His friend chimed in too. Yeah, I was just worried about finding soul treasures like these. Didn't expect to run into them here. Especially one guy in a black robe. Really wanted my soul-nourishing jade. But right as he tried to buy from me, Yan Chen took the soul-nourishing jade instead. His master's remaining soul was fading fast. The spirit lotus can only do so much. Only the soul-nourishing jade could bring his master back. If things go on like this, he better get the jade before it's gone. Otherwise, someone else might buy it. So even if he holds a grudge against me and feels upset, he still has to buy. Just then, the other guy grumbled. What's your problem, man? Why'd you have to snatch the jade from me? Yan Chan shot back. You're the one with a problem. Your whole family is messed up.
He was already mad because of me.
Now everyone else saw him as the weird one. He couldn't take it anymore. I was about to watch the drama unfold. But Yan Chan just raged quit. What I didn't realize was, after Yan Chan opened his eyes back at his in-room, all his pent-up frustration exploded. He didn't learn who I am. And I almost drove him nuts. Worst of all, everyone thinks he's a freak now. When's he ever had to deal with this kind of humiliation? So he cried. Yan Chan wiped his face. Men can hold back tears. But this? I'll put up with it for now. Just wait, you'll get yours. One day I'll find out who you really are. And at that time, all the treasures I was selling were already sold out. After that, I left the virtual world. I headed back home. Then I used the Azure Dragon Elixir. I drank it all in one go. As soon as it entered my body, it turned into a burning torrent. It rushed through me. Foul, stinky sweat mixed with impurities seeped out of my pores and pooled into a puddle of black water on the floor. When night finally fell, I slowly opened my eyes. A flash of golden light flickered in my eyes. My skin was now smooth and jade-like. Even my meridians felt wider and clearer. The spiritual energy around me was pouring into my body faster than ever. I just couldn't help but smile. This is the true magic of the Azure Dragon Elixir. It actually changed my cultivation potential.
Next.
I'll go cultivate the Great Eye technique in the first dream level. I entered the virtual world again and started dream cultivation. The Great Eye technique is a spiritual method. First, I focused on the core method of the technique. Strands of silver light drifted out from my forehead. They flowed within my sea of consciousness. With the technique running, they slowly formed a faint star map. When the star map completed its 36th rotation, I suddenly felt a sharp tremor deep in my mind. A blinding white light shot from my forehead. The once blurry star map turned sharp and clear. The paths of the stars looked incredibly mysterious. After a whole night training in my dream, I slowly opened my eyes. I felt totally refreshed. My mind was crystal clear. I could even resist most spiritual attacks now. I'm almost completely immune to them. Finally, I let one know that I needed to be out for 3 days. Then I took out the Emperor River Jade pendant. This time, I didn't set a destination. I just went for a random teleport. I poured my power into the jade pendant. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself in an unfamiliar hell. Today's intel, a village in the land of Gujo. The beast milk brewed in the village is famous. It's incredibly helpful for cultivators. Location, tap today's intel 2, inside Misty Forest. A serpent with dragon bloodline is turning into a flood dragon. Lots of cultivators are waiting to strike while it's weak. Then they plan to refine dragon blood. Tap here for details. Hearing the system notification, I couldn't help but sigh.
Intel.
Changes depending on my power and surroundings. So basically, I'm in Gujo. And there's no way I'm missing the excitement over dragon blood. The misty forest is shrouded in fog all year round. Ancient trees cover the sky with their branches. You can't hear any noise from the outside world here. Only the sound of my footsteps echoes in the fog. Right at that moment, a beast let out a furious roar. I muttered to myself, looks like the fight has started. I sped up and ran deeper into the forest. It wasn't long before I saw a newly evolved flood dragon. This electric blue dragon was circling above the forest. It looked down coldly at the cultivators below. Below it were 7 people dressed in beast hides. A man built like a tower. He's from the village. Their faces were grim, all holding all kinds of weapons. I raised an eyebrow at the sight. Saw the 8th person fighting the flood dragon. That person was just a tiny kid. Looked about 3 years old. But that tiny kid was insanely strong. I was quietly shocked watching this. Damn, 3 years old and that powerful already. Just as I was surprised, the fight reached its peak. The serpent, after transforming, was exhausted. Sure, he succeeded in turning into a flood dragon, but it left him super weak. These 8 took the chance to ambush him, badly injured the flood dragon. Otherwise, it'd be impossible to take it down. The goat-bearded old man was the village's chief.
He growled low.
This flood dragon's done for. Everyone, give it everything. He swung a bone staff in his hand, smashing it hard on the dragon. The flood dragon let out a painful roar. The rest followed up. the goat-bearded chief, smashing their weapons down too. With one final cry, the dragon crashed down. It was completely lifeless. The old chief stared at the dragon's huge body, letting out a heavy sigh of relief. A few others just slumped down to rest, started catching their breath. They did succeed in killing the dragon, but paid a huge price. Only that little kid was still bursting with energy. He looked over the dragon's corpse carefully. I looked down, thinking, this flood dragon's body had a bit of real dragon blood. It could be refined to make dragon blood. How am I gonna get it? Suddenly, a lean, sharp figure with a saber slashed at someone from the village. The saber moved fast, with intense pressure. One villager didn't dodge in time, and in an instant, the blade cut him right in two. That showed how strong that attack was. The tiny kid saw the villager get split in half, and immediately cried out, "Uncle!" as the man's life faded. And then, the lean figure slashed at another villager. The old chief shouted urgently for everyone to be careful. "It's a brat from Moo village." Then angry shouts came from the woods. "Kill every last the villager." A dozen or so from Moo village burst out. A huge fight broke out soon after. People from both villages started fighting fiercely, but the villagers were already worn out from killing the dragon just now. Plus, Moo village had more people. The villagers just couldn't match them. They were getting totally crushed. The goat-bearded old chief gritted his teeth, pissed. Is the dragon we killed with so much effort just going to be handed over like this? But in their current state, they had no chance against Moo village. If they kept fighting, they'd all die here. The old chief could only retreat with his people. Seeing this, the Moo villagers cheered, smiling wide all over. They got the flood dragon without breaking a sweat, and dealt a heavy blow to the enemy village. This was a huge win for them. The Moo chief grinned ear to ear. "Let's move. Drag the dragon back to our Moo village." All the villagers nodded and agreed. But just as they went to haul the dragon's body, they found it had already vanished. The Moo villagers quickly started searching. I, who snatched the corpse in the chaos, had already left the forest fast, and found a secluded spot, then took out the flood dragon's body. I muttered under my breath, since this dragon can be refined for dragon blood, I'll just use my devouring magic and swallow it. I sat cross-legged, put the body in front of me, formed hand seals, and worked my devouring magic. A strong suction burst inside my body. The dragon's flesh and blood started withering fast before my eyes. Pure energy turned into green air streams, rushing into my body non-stop. My body trembled slightly. This dragon's power was insanely domineering. The intense pain had me clenching my teeth. With sheer willpower, I kept refining that terrifying power. As a day and night passed, the giant dragon was just a hollow shell. I slowly opened my eyes. A wave of power stronger than ever rushed out. My level broke through again and again, reaching the second stage of true spirit. Best of all, when I channeled my power, my body instantly got covered in tiny scales, glowing a bright gold. My defense shot way up. Intelligence report number 1. The Guiding Disciple of Sword God Mountain will get a powerful ancient sword tomorrow at a weapon shop. That sword is how he reached the top. Click here for the sword's location. Intelligence report number 2, afternoon. Shengyuan Chamber of Commerce in Fengbo City will hold an auction. One super rare herb there is hugely underestimated. But actually, it's a fragment of an immortal herb. Because of it, the Yang family elder lived 2,000 more years and got his power back. I decided right away. I have to intercept that legendary sword. And an immortal herb, that's pure legend. It's rarer than sacred herbs. Even a scrap of the root is crazy valuable. Right now, it's being totally overlooked, worth a lot less than it should be. So this is the perfect time to grab it. But the auction is in the afternoon, so I headed to the village, because I was curious about the beast milk they make there. What makes it special? This place is ancient, and everyone lives by hunting. So everyone, all ages, is tough as nails. But after getting ambushed by Moo village, a lot of villagers got killed or wounded. Now the whole village is on alert, ready to fight Moo village to the end. I didn't go straight in, but waited till the men marched out, then snuck into the village. The air was thick with the smell of milk. I followed the scent to a house in the village. Someone was boiling a pot of beast milk in there, and they added some special herbs. I couldn't help but sigh at the sight. This beast milk really is next level. Just one sniff, and you feel sharp and energized. I got an idea, and stashed the whole pot in my storage ring. Just then, a childish voice called out, "Hey, mister! That beast milk is mine." I looked down, and saw a little boy, cute as a doll, holding a gourd taller than himself, pointing at the missing milk and staring at me. That tiny kid was the village's 8th attacker from before. I got caught red-handed. So yeah, kinda awkward. But I still kept my cool and said, "You don't even know what this beast milk does? Let Big Brother drink it for you." As soon as I finish speaking, after I leave some snacks, I take off in a flash. The little one watches me leave, then looks at the emptied pot of beast milk. He feels like the sky's falling.
He has no clue what snacks are.
He just knows his beast milk was snatched right in front of him.
He's gonna be hungry this time. Soon, his loud crying echoes through the village. When the villagers rush over, they realize little one's beast milk got snatched. Some villagers are furious and start cursing, wondering who the hell did this. Even stealing milk from a kid. No morals at all. Better hope we don't catch you, or we won't let you off. But as soon as they see the snacks I left, their attitude changes instantly. Everyone starts speaking up for me. Actually, the person who took the beast milk isn't totally heartless. At least he left some axe behind. Better cook another pot for the little one. So they set up a big pot again and start boiling beast milk. But by now the little one is so hungry his stomach's growling. He can't get any beast milk, and nobody's standing up for him. He's super upset, keeps crying nonstop, almost turns the whole village upside down. The villagers start complaining about me again. "You at least left snacks for the little one, but you took the whole pot too. That's just shameless." Meanwhile, I have no idea that taking the pot of beast milk is causing chaos in the village. I'm curious about the beast milk. Let me see what's so special about it. I pick up the pot and take a sip of beast milk. Right away, a burning feeling rises in my stomach, spreads throughout my body. I'm even more excited. Whoa. Didn't expect beast milk to have this kind of effect. It not only makes your body stronger, it improves a cultivator's talent too. No wonder the little one's so impressive. After I finish the auction, I gotta get another pot. I never thought such a tiny village could make beast milk this powerful. Although, it's way weaker than Azure Dragon Transformation Elixir. That elixir's extremely rare. But the village's beast milk can be brewed up pot after pot. I mutter. Since beast milk has this effect, it'd be great to get the recipe. I'll check out the village again after the auction. Then I head straight to the Shengyuan Chamber of Commerce. Everyone taking part in the auction gets a black robe to cover their face, to keep every cultivator safe. I walk into the auction hall and find a seat in the corner. The auction is about to start. First up is Gale Palm. It's a top-tier technique. Many cultivators rush to bid for it, but I stay unmoved. The techniques I practice now are all the best in the world, so I have no interest in such skills. I have only one reason for coming here. That's the immortal herbs root scrap. As the auction goes on, item after item is shown to the crowd. I don't bid on anything, until finally, a treasure is brought on stage. An elderly auctioneer introduces it. It's called coiling dragon root, a precious herb that's several hundred years old. Just a small piece boosts a man's energy all day. It's a wonder for couples' harmony, a magical remedy for relationships. Starting bid, 3,000 spirit stones. Each raise must be at least 100 spirit stones. Cultivators start bidding right away. In no time, the price of the coiling dragon root jumps to 7,000 spirit stones. At the center of the hall, a petite woman looks up at the man beside her. Her voice is crisp, pleasant to the ear. "Uncle, this coiling dragon root is special. You have to win it." Lang Heng coughs a few times. "Careful, uncle. I'm strong and full of energy. I don't need stuff like this." Though he's not that capable in that area. No man would admit that, especially not in front of his niece. So even if he wants it badly, he holds himself back. Otherwise, his secret would be out. He didn't expect his niece would ask him to bid for it. That's a little awkward. Ling, she speaks seriously. "Uncle, this herb looks like coiling dragon root. But it's actually a remnant of an ancient herb. It's at least several thousand years old. Lang Heng's face turned serious. What? He doesn't doubt his niece. Not at all. Because she was born with golden eyes, able to see things true nature, he quietly feels relieved. So, his niece didn't find out his secret, but discovered a treasure. Since that's the case, I've got to win it. Lang Heng doesn't hesitate. He goes higher. 10,000 spirit stones. The whole hall goes silent. The old auctioneer gets excited right away. 10,000 spirit stones. Any higher offers? I frown. The bidder must be from the Lang family. But as for this immortal herb root scrap, I have to get it. So I quickly raise my bid number. 11,000 spirit stones. Lang Heng raises his paddle again. 12,000 spirit stones. The crowd all gasp in surprise. Then they all look over at me, wondering if I'll keep going. At this point, I can only raise my bid again. 13,000 spirit stones. Everyone is stunned. Only the auctioneer is overjoyed. Just as Lang Heng is about to raise again, the petite figure stops him. Lang Shi's golden eyes stare at her uncle. Through my golden eyes, I check him out. This guy's only at true spirit stage 2. I was going to give him a chance. Didn't think he'd push his luck. So, we're not bidding anymore. We'll deal with him after the auction. Lang Heng nods. Leave it to uncle. In the end, I buy the coiling dragon root for 13,000 spirit stones. I whispered to myself, the Lang family stopped bidding. Guess they're targeting me now? I put the root away in my ring, without hesitation. Just turn and leave. I'm not interested in the next items. I've lost interest. To others, I might seem like some fool, spending 13,000 spirit stones on a herb. But I couldn't care less, because this immortal herb scrap is worth way more than 13,000 spirit stones. Even 130,000 would be worth it. If I can grow an immortal herb, who knows what it'd be worth. Lang Shi and Liang Heng see me leave. They get up and leave too. Once out of the auction house, I head straight out of town. Since I mastered the eye technique, my spirit powers skyrocketed. My senses have leveled up a lot too. So I quickly sense Lang Shi and Lang Heng tailing me. But since I got the immortal herb scrap, there's no point fighting anyone now. I play it cool and keep going. But the moment I step out the city gate, swoosh, I vanish instantly. Liang Shi and Lang Heng rush to the gate. But I've already disappeared. Lang Shi can't believe her eyes. Liang Heng is stunned too. They can't believe I'm so fast. Lang Shi's tone gets cold. Uncle, that ancient herb root is no joke. We have to get it back. Lang Heng thinks for a second. Shi, did you see his face with your golden eyes just now? Liang Shi's voice is proud. The St. Source auction's black cloak can block others, but not my golden eyes. What does he look like? I saw everything clearly. Lang Heng's eyes turn icy. All right, I'll report to the family right now. Issue the bounty. No matter how fast he is, he won't escape the Liang family's reach. In no time, the Liang family launches the manhunt for me. Lots of cultivators start looking for me. Now I'm a celebrity in Fuling County. After losing Liang Shi and Liang Heng, I head back to the village. Right now, cries fill the village. Corpses covered in white sheets are everywhere. The village and Mu village's battle was brutal. Both sides took heavy losses. I muttered to myself, now the village is drowning in grief. Now I can talk with the chief in peace. Soon the people of the village surround me. Their eyes are full of caution. A big burly man walks right up to me. Who are you? What are you doing in the village? A huge pressure crushes down on me like a mountain. I ignore the pressure and speak plainly. I'm here to bring you guys snacks, but I need to meet your chief first. The man gives me a hard look, then leaves. Soon after, an old man with a goatee comes over. That's Chief the Shan of the village. The Shan squints at me, sizing me up. There's no such thing as a free lunch. You said you want to bring snacks to our village, but why? I'm being completely straightforward. I'll get right to the point. I want your beast milk recipe. The Shan waved his hand to refuse. The beast milk recipe is the village's secret and isn't shared. No amount of snacks will buy it. If there's nothing else, you can leave now. I tried my best to persuade the village chief. You rely on hunting to survive. But so many people are hurt. You not only need snacks to heal, but you can't go out hunting. How will you keep up daily life? The Shan wavered when he heard this, but he still refused. You don't need to worry about us. We'll never sell our milk recipe. You can go now. I saw I was about to be kicked out, so I just shouted out, 100,000 spirit stones. Village chief the Shan was stunned. Then he quickly came back to himself. The Shan tried to stay calm. I want 150,000 spirit stones. The villagers all gasped when they heard. Everyone thought the chief was nuts. He dared to ask for 150,000 spirit stones for a recipe. I looked disappointed. 150,000 is way too much. I only have 110,000 spirit stones. Looks like I can't buy the recipe after all. I turned around and pretended to leave. The villagers kept looking at Chief the Shan. The Shan quickly agreed. Wait, deal, 110,000. Just like that, I got the beast milk recipe. After the deal, both sides were all smiles. 110,000 spirit stones is a huge fortune for the village. It can help support injured villagers. And they won't have to worry in the future. Now I have a steady supply of beast milk. My body and cultivation can keep improving. After I chatted with the chief, the Shan realized I'm the one who snatched the beast milk pot, making Little Dot cry his eyes out. But now I'm a distinguished guest in the village. That's all minor stuff. The Shan was about to use beast milk to welcome me warmly. Coincidentally, a pot of beast milk was simmering. The sweet smell of milk kept wafting out. A small figure was keeping guard by the big pot. His chubby, rosy little face was full of excitement. He was about to drink beast milk soon. Last time, Little Dot didn't guard the beast milk pot, so the bad guy took it. This time, he won't let that happen again. Just then, footsteps sounded. It was Chief the Shan. The Shan lovingly picked up Little Dot. My precious grandson, why are you guarding here? Little Dot spoke in a cute voice. Grandpa, last time a bad guy took my beast milk. This time, I won't let any bad guy take it. Any other 3-year-old saying that would make people laugh. But Little Dot's an exception. He really can protect the beast milk.
He's actually strong enough.
The Shan suddenly felt awkward. Grandson, an important guest has come to our village. Grandpa wants to serve them shuna. Little Dot gave a sweet smile. Okay, Grandpa. Then Little Dot brought over a big bowl, right as he was about to scoop the shuna. He hesitated. This bowl seems pretty big. Little Dot glanced at Grandpa. The Shan switched to a smaller bowl, but it still felt a bit big. Finally, Little Dot grabbed a tiny cup. He filled the little cup up with shuna. That's about 1 gulp for a child. Little Dot held up the filled tiny cup. All set, Grandpa. The Shan looked at Little Dot. He was suddenly deeply touched. Oh, my grandson is so thoughtful. At last, the Shan patted Little Dot's head. He just took the whole pot away. Little Dot watched as Grandpa left with the pot. His world collapsed again. Crash. The tiny cup in his hand fell to the ground. What Little Dot meant was, he wanted the Shan to use the small cup of shuna to serve the guest. But the Shan misunderstood. He just took the whole pot. Little Dot started bawling again. Meanwhile, I enjoyed shuna to my heart's content. After a while, I bowed to the Shan to say goodbye. Thanks for the hospitality, Chief. The Shan had a big smile. You're welcome, come back anytime. Both sides left happy this time. Only Little Dot was devastated, especially when he saw me turning away. He realized right away I was the one who took his shuna. Little Dot gritted his baby teeth. Just you wait till I grow up. I won't let you get away with this. The next morning, today's Intel No. 1. Your face has been exposed to Liangshi's golden eye. The Liang family is now after you. Fuling County is no longer safe. Today's Intel No. 2. The Liang family's ancestor once stole a sword. And 5-colored earth, the ultimate treasure of Divine Mountain. It gave the Liang family a solid foundation. The location of the 5-colored earth is now confirmed. Tap to view Intel No. 1. I frowned. So that person has the golden eye. No wonder I felt like someone was watching me. A cold glint flashed in my eyes. If you play dirty, don't blame me for doing the same. Dare to put a bounty on me? Then I'll just snatch your golden eye. And the golden eye is also a kind of special physique. Plus, 5-colored earth is as valuable as oxygen to cultivators. If Sword God Mountain figures out that the Liang family stole their 5-colored earth, the Liang family will be in for a nightmare. In Fuling County, the Liang family is basically the local king, but Sword God Mountain is the strongest in the ancient state. compared to Sword God Mountain. The Liang family is nothing. So now that I know their secret about the five-colored earth, I hold their fate in my hands. First, I'll get the five-colored earth myself, then leak the secret. I whispered to myself, let's go to the weapons shop first. I need to get my hands on that ancient sword. Right after I set off to the 100 Forged Weapons shop, the smell of metal filled the store. 2 rows of weapons hung on the wall. A burly man stood behind the counter, quietly cleaning a rusty knife. That's Iron Sanhu, the owner of the shop. Iron Sanhu looked up. What kind of weapon are you looking for? I glanced around. Just looking. Iron Sanhu chuckled, then went back to wiping the knife. After that, my eyes landed on a bamboo basket in the corner. There were over a dozen nearly scrapped swords inside. As I touched one of the swords, I instantly felt a strong rejection from it. I kept a straight face, gripped the hilt tightly, and took it out of the basket. Boss, how much for this sword? Iron Sanhu glanced at the sword in my hand and frowned. Did I make this sword? How come I've never seen it before? He was a little confused. This sword wasn't here yesterday. Did I just remember wrong? Well, it's been gathering dust over there anyway, so it can't be anything. Great. Iron Sanhu held up 5 fingers. 5 spirit stones, and it's yours. But just then, an urgent voice rang out. Wait, I want that sword. I casually tossed 5 stones to Iron Sanhu. Too bad for you. Before he finished, I dashed away. I didn't even need to look to know who it was. It had to be the guy from Sword God Mountain. I'd already agreed on the price with Iron Sanhu, and the sword was in my hand. If I argued with the guy now, I'd be a fool. So once the deal was done, I just ran for it. Seeing this, the guy darted after me like a drawn sword, chasing after me outside. You think you can run from me? You're dreaming. The reason he came to this shop was because he heard an ancient sword from Sword God Mountain showed up here. Who would have thought someone would beat him to it? But the most important thing is, from the guy's reaction,
He definitely knows how valuable this ancient sword is.
since that's the case, no way he can let that guy go. The guy would never allow Sword God Mountain's ancient sword to be taken. Iron Sanhu's face kept changing, watching it all happen right in front of him. He glanced at the 5 spirit stones in his hand. Did I make a bad deal? But I didn't forge that sword at all. Forget it, but what exactly is that sword? How much is it worth? Iron Sanhu frowned deeply. He was really curious. Just then, footsteps sounded. Iron Sanhu looked up again and saw the guy coming back with a dark look. The guy had been so close to Sword God Mountain's legendary sword, so close he could almost grab it. But someone still snatched it first. He couldn't believe it. Worst of all, even with his top movement techniques, he could only watch the guy get farther and farther away, till he finally disappeared. So, the guy could only return to the shop to see if he could find any clue. The guy's voice was cold. Do you know who that man was? Iron Sanhu asked curiously. First, tell me, what's so special about that sword? The guy gave a cold laugh. That sword belongs to my Sword God Mountain. Got it. Iron Sanhu was startled and dared not ask more. Sometimes knowing too much is dangerous. He's just a small shop owner. No matter what, he can't afford to mess with Sword God Mountain. The guy was getting impatient. Do you really know anything about that man? Iron Sanhu spread his hands. He replied helplessly. That was his first time here. I don't know him at all. The guy drew his sword in anger. And you still wasted all this time talking? Tai Sanhu stared at the guy who was full of killing intent. Suddenly, a thought struck him. It was like he remembered something. Wait, I think I have an impression. With that, Tai Sanhu ran straight into the inner room. He took out a wanted poster. The face on it was mine. Tai Sanhu pointed at my face on the poster. That's him? The guy looked at my picture. He instantly recognized me as the one who took the ancient sword. Now that he knew what I looked like, things got easier. Once he reported this to his master, there'd be no way for me to escape. Meanwhile, I had already changed my appearance and arrived at a barren area. According to the system, the 5-colored earth was 500 meters underground. But I searched everywhere within a 10-mile radius. Still couldn't find the entrance. I frowned. Could the entrance be even farther away? How long would it take to find it? The Liang family went to great lengths to hide the five-colored earth. They really did everything they could. Couldn't keep it inside their clan estate. Couldn't make the guards too obvious either. So they hid it somewhere else. That way. Even if the news got out, Liang family could deny it. Anyway, for the Liang family, the five-colored earth must stay secret. I murmured softly. Since that's how it is, I'll just catch Huang Jintong and force him to tell me where the entrance is. I went straight to Fuling City.
Honestly,
Fuling City is the Liang family's base, and it's really lively. Crowds packed the streets. I disguised myself and headed to the Liang family mansion, using a few spirit stones. I got info about Lang Shi, the Golden Eyes. Soon, Len Yashi would attend the gathering. That was my best chance to get to him. Right now, nobody expected that the one on the Liang family's wanted list, would be so bold, daring to step into their territory, and planning to target their young lady. Soon I finally saw Lang Shi. She wore a pomegranate red double-sleeved dress. Her skirt touched the floor, with fine makeup on her face. She looked like a lady stepped out of a painting. Stunningly beautiful, protected by a group of guards. Shi got into a carriage, heading for her gathering. Soon they arrived at Qingfang Garden. I had already sneaked in, waited for my chance, and trapped Shi in her dressing room. A golden light flashed in Shi's eyes. She saw through my disguise instantly. It's you! You really are fearless. You actually came right to me. Aren't you scared of dying?
I stayed calm.
I'm not going to die. As for whether your Liang family survives, that depends on you. You don't want anything bad to happen to your family, right? She saw how confident I was, and suddenly felt uneasy. What do you mean? I replied calmly. Lang family rose so quickly. It's all because of the five-colored earth. And how did you get it? I don't need to spell it out, do I? Shi's pupils narrowed. I don't know what you're talking about. I smiled slightly. Really? Then I'll just spread the word. And don't think killing me will solve your problem. If I die, the message will still get out. I turned and walked away right after speaking. She asked in a deep voice. Wait, who are you really? How do you know the secret of the five-colored earth? What's your goal? I'm not beating around the bush. Obviously, I'm after your Liang family's five-colored earth. So, Miss Liang, tell me where the entrance is. Shi's voice was cold. No way. I looked impatient. Then I'll just leak the news. When the Sword God Mountain experts show up, your Liang family will be doomed. So, now your family's fate is in your hands. She had no choice but to lower her head. I said, in the end, I found out the entrance location. It's in the ancestral tomb of the Liang family. It's 50 li from where I was searching. No wonder I couldn't find it before. She glared at me fiercely. The entrance location. You already know. Hope you stick to your word. Otherwise, even if our family falls, I'll make sure you go down with us. My face darkened. I looked Shi up and down, moving closer step by step. You dare threaten me? That really pisses me off. Shi's expression changed. She shielded her chest with both hands and backed up quickly until I cornered her against the wall. What do you want? I sneered. You pissed me off. Time to pay the price, or your Liang family is done. You get what I'm saying? Shi shouted at me. You're shameless. But under my threat, she didn't dare resist. After a while, Shi was gone. My eyes flashed with golden light. My cultivation reached true spirit third layer. Shi disappeared, causing a huge stir. The Liang family was shaken up, because Shi knows the secret of the five-colored earth. It can't fall into enemy hands. Right now, I arrived at the Liang family tomb. Based on what I got from Shi, I easily avoided the tomb guards, entered the entrance leading to the five-colored earth. After going underground for 50 li, I finally saw the legendary five-colored earth in the dark cave. It really exists. Liang family put it on a stone platform. The five colors are so clear, like 5 gems of different shades, blended together perfectly by celestial craftsmen. Gold, green, blue, red, yellow, all mixed together. It glows softly. This is the legendary treasure. It has the power of the 5 elements. If it's buried in the earth, even ordinary grass could turn into holy medicine. I didn't hesitate at all. I took the 5-colored earth and left quickly. But after I got back to the entrance, I saw a group coming with force. A man in a purple robe. A stern-faced middle-aged man gave orders to his people. You stay here. I'll be right back. After he spoke, he walked straight to the entrance. He was Lang Hui, the head of the Ling family. The family nodded to him. I saw that and quickly used my sky-devouring magic to hide my aura. I hid in a corner. Luckily, Lang Hui was focused on the 5-colored earth and didn't notice me. My face was serious. Soon, Liang Hui will realize the 5-colored earth is gone. I have to get out fast. The Liang family dominates Fuling County. They have tons of experts. If I try to fight, I'll be dead for sure. So I suppressed my aura and slowly moved out. Then, in a flash, I turned into a shadow and rushed toward the tomb exit. There's a space node not far ahead. If I reach it, I'll be safe. But the Liang family is way stronger than me and quickly spotted me. Damn, that's Wu Sangu's aura. Catch him. Don't let him escape. Ling family was closing in, but suddenly things changed. Suddenly, a white-robed figure flying on a sword joined the chase. Now chasing me too. The guy stood on a long sword, pointing at my master below who was also attacked by the Lingyings. He has the ancient sword with him. A man with white hair and beard, full of sword energy, looked shocked.
He actually masters the travel secret technique,
No wonder he's so fast. He's the Guying's master.
he said in the Liang family.
After seeing this group of Sword God Mountain cultivators flying in, looked extremely tense. When these people appeared, the Liang family nearly freaked out, thought their 5-colored earth secret was exposed. But actually, their target is that guy over there. The Liang family was shocked. How did he piss off Sword God Mountain? He's got guts. The old man's voice carried huge pressure. Stop right now. Surrender. Or don't blame me for being ruthless, I shouted. The 5-colored earth from Sword God Mountain was stolen by the Ling family. You should deal with Liang family first. At the same time, the willow bracelet on my wrist glowed faintly. That massive pressure didn't even fall on me and vanished like a breeze. The Liang family instantly panicked. Their worst fear just happened. The Sword God Mountain people looked coldly at the Lingyings. The old man looked surprised at me. He knows how strong his pressure is. Forget a low-level true spirit. Even a cultivator at Divine Bridge stage couldn't handle it. But this young guy wasn't fazed. He must have a powerful protective treasure. The Liang family quickly protested. We're innocent. The old man ignored them. Liang family can't escape. Right now, we need to catch this brat first. Suddenly, a sharp sword energy blew up a deep pit next to me. It's a warning from the old man. If I don't stop, the next sword strike will hit me. But I'm not giving up. The space node is just ahead. If I get there, I'll escape. The old man's eyes flashed. Swung his sword again. Still running? Don't blame me for being harsh. But I wasn't scared. My words were full of provocation. Catch me. Yeah, right. Then, my figure vanished instantly from everyone's sight. The old man's face looked as dark as ever. He noticed the space node too, but didn't dare go near it. First, spatial nodes are super dangerous. You could get torn apart by a space storm easily. Second, he suspects I've got a powerful backer. Right now, Yandali is furious. He couldn't catch the guy, so that's that. He's a proud elder of Sword God Mountain, but he got cursed out. The worst part is, he can't do anything to me. If word gets out, his reputation is ruined for good. The guy stared at where I vanished. Confused. Master, how did that guy just disappear? Yen Dali saw it was his disciple asking. He held back his anger and explained patiently. There's a spatial node here. He's got a treasure. He used the spatial node to go somewhere else. The guy looked frustrated. Master, what about the ancient sword? Yen Dali looked really upset. For that ancient sword, you'd risk your master's safety? The guy's face turned pale. He realized he was too focused on the sword and said the wrong thing. Of course not. Yen Dali's voice was icy cold. The Liang family stole our Sword God Mountain's 5-colored soil. They deserve death, all of them. Everyone from Sword God Mountain nodded. Right after, the Ling family started begging for mercy. But they just couldn't avoid getting wiped out. The Guiying looked at all the blood on the ground. But his anger just wouldn't fade. Earlier, he was just one step from the ancient sword. But then someone suddenly swooped in and snatched it away. Fine. He thought his master would track them down and take the sword back. Now, they did find the guy, but the sword couldn't be recovered. Even his master had no way out. The Guiying clenched his fists. No matter who you are, one day I'll find you. Meanwhile, I had already returned to Xuanzhou. This trip to Guzhou was risky, but I did get a lot out of it. Like the immortal root fragment and the beast milk formula, plus the 5-colored bucket. All pretty extraordinary stuff. But running from the Ling family and Sword God Mountain really drained my energy and mana. After a night of rest and meditation, my body finally felt back to peak. News today, the thief Bai Xiaoyou's got lucky and stole a secret mechanism box. Inside was a powerful sword manual. Want the mechanism box password?
Click here.
More news. The Duanyan stronghold just robbed a caravan today and got a new Aperture's spirit bone. When I heard about it, I couldn't help but smile big. I just snagged the ancient sword. And now I can get a strong sword manual too. Not bad. After that, I sprinkled the 5-colored soil around the lightning-struck wood. Then I buried the immortal root fragment in the soil. Just then, the willow branch on the lightning wood started growing again, getting even more full of life. And the immortal root fragment began healing up on its own. Not sure if it's just me, but I feel like the immortal root is scared of the lightning wood. Or maybe it's just trying to please it. Next, I handed the beast milk formula to Wan Yu and told her to include it in every meal. That way, the beast milk will keep making us stronger and help our cultivation too. Finally, I took out the ancient sword. But the blade is so old, it's about to break in two. The break looks like it was split by great force. It's extremely rusty. The sword hilt's material seems really special. Too bad time has worn it down to just half. Near the guard, there are shallow carved patterns. It's the words Weiwo sword, soul dominator sword. The strokes are almost too faded to see. I frowned, thinking, so that's the name of this ancient sword, Weiwo sword. I just have no idea about its origin. And with the sword in this condition now, how can it help the Guiying reach the top? Suddenly, inspiration struck me. Back when I was with my family, I heard about some special weapons, created and nurtured by cultivators with their own power and flesh. They raised these weapons themselves. The stronger the cultivator, the stronger the weapon. If that's the case, I just put the Weiwo sword into my Qi Si, letting my inner power keep nourishing it. And that's exactly what happened. Once nourished with power, the Weiwo sword felt like dry earth getting rain. It kept absorbing my power, repairing itself. At the same time, my connection with it grew closer and closer. Once I finished all this, I finally headed to Duanyan Fortress. Duanyan Fortress sits atop a steep lone peak, half buried in the clouds. Over 100 tough men were training in the drill grounds, throwing punches and kicks with force. Their presence was impressive. I didn't try to force my way in. Instead, I took out a mountain bandit and put on his clothes. I managed to sneak into the fortress. Then, following the bandits, I did chores, while also watching the place. Suddenly, I raised an eyebrow. I saw on the highest watchcloud platform, a bandit carefully handed over a bone that looked like jade. To the boss, Shi Jinshan. The bandit looked thrilled. Shi Jinshan, checking the loot from a robbery, had just found this precious bone. His underling brought it to him right away. Shi Jinshan looked surprised. Is this the legendary 9-aperture exquisite bone? He examined the bone closely. About the size of a palm. His face showed approval. It's really heaven's help. With this bone, he wouldn't be just a petty boss anymore. Right now, Shi Jinshan was full of ambition, dreaming of ruling the world in total dominance, as he was picturing how the 9-aperture bone would propel him forward. A shadow flashed by as fast as lightning. Then Shi Jinshan noticed. The 9-aperture exquisite bone in his hand had vanished, staring at his empty palm. He instantly realized what happened. Shi Jinshan burst into fury. Catch that damn guy. I'm going to skin him alive and break his bones. Tear him apart. He'd just gotten the 9-aperture bone, ready to soar like an eagle, ready to rule the world, and it was stolen before he even warmed it up. It's like someone stole from a god. As the boss of Duanyan Fortress, he's always been the one robbing others. But now he got robbed instead. What a disgrace. Hearing this, all the bandits chased after me. But how could they possibly catch me when I have top-tier magic? They could only watch me disappear into the distance. Shi Jinshan roared. Find out who he is at all costs. How dare you steal from me? You're really asking to die. One bandit, looking helpless, asked.
Boss?
We didn't even see what he looks like. How are we supposed to find him? Shi Jinshan, burning with rage, kicked that bandit away. I don't care what you do. Just find him, even if it kills you. At that moment, all the bandits were so scared they went totally silent. Shi Jinshan's chest heaved with anger. Suddenly, his face twisted in pain, and he coughed up a mouthful of fresh blood. My 9-aperture exquisite bone. With that, he actually fainted from anger. Meanwhile, I was already back at my place. Wan Yu blinked her big, charming eyes and looked at me curiously. Young master, what made you so happy today? I grinned with joy. I found a real treasure today. I'm skipping lunch. Gotta go study it carefully. With that, I went straight to my room and took out the 9-aperture exquisite bone. The bone faintly glows with 9 winding spiritual holes. Each aperture shines with star-like light. To a cultivator, this bone is a real prize. Normally, a cultivator absorbs spiritual energy slowly, like a trickle of water. But once the 9-aperture bone fuses with your Qi Si, the bone is like 9 sacred gates opening up at once, pulling in energy from every direction. Even better, the inner bone arrays work automatically, cleansing away impurities while channeling power. What comes out is the purest energy. Right after I merged the bone with my Qi Si, my cultivation sped up like crazy. Even my power felt filtered, becoming much purer. Then there was a cracking sound. The boundary of my level broke. I jumped straight to true spirit level 4. Most importantly, I could clearly feel that even if I did nothing, I'd reach level 5 soon. At this point, a whole day had passed. First intel, Nanchang Jifeng restaurant. Tomorrow they're buying a batch of red feather chickens. One of them is actually an 8 treasure chicken. Second intel, tonight at the South Market, Wan Yu was targeted by a genius with the Qiang sacred body and almost got in trouble. My eyebrows shot up. 8 treasure chicken is a rare and prized delicacy. I wonder if it's a rooster or a hen. If it's a rooster, just cook and eat it. If it's a hen, keep it for eggs. But after seeing the second piece of intel, I gave a cold laugh. Someone actually set their sights on Wan Yu. Let me see who dares touch my woman. So I went straight to the South Market. Wan Yu had no idea she was being watched and was carefully picking out food. Meanwhile, not far away, a shady-looking lackey was whispering to his young master. Young master, that girl is really nice. Too bad she's not a virgin anymore. Or she'd be worthy to be your concubine. The young master looked cold and sinister. Such a shameless woman. Then let her be my furnace instead. Go bring her over. This so-called genius with the Qiang sacred body is Ju. The lackey agreed right away and went straight to Wan Yu. Miss, my young master wants to see you. Wan Yu followed his gesture, but saw nothing at all. She just felt confused. The lackey scratched his head, puzzled. Weird, where did my young master go? He kept looking around, but saw no trace of him. Young master, don't scare me like that. But what he didn't know is, his young master had already left Jiyu Feng City and had thrown him into a secret cave. Ju stared at me, dead serious. Who are you? I have killing intent in my eyes. Touch my woman and you're dead. There's only one way out for you. Ju quickly raised his hand. Wait, when did I touch your woman? I'm the 3rd young master of the Ao family from Luoxin Valley. Is there some kind of misunderstanding here? I let out a cold laugh. So what if you're from the Ao family in Luoxin Valley? Before he could finish, I grabbed Ju by the throat. I used the devouring devil technique and started swallowing his Qiang sacred body. Ju's face twisted in pain. You can't do this. Ju could feel his life force rushing into me at an insane speed. Terrified, he called on his family's power again. If you kill me, my Ao family will never let you go. But I stayed totally calm. His threats meant nothing to me. In the end, I fully devoured Ao Ju's Qiang sacred body My level reached True Spirit Stage 5. And as for Erju's henchman, I killed him too. I muttered to myself, time to go find that Bai thief. Meanwhile, at a ruined temple on Mount Torrential Rain, Bai thief grinned and pointed at the table. Look at our treasures. The golden bamboo and a spirit jade bracelet, plus some elixirs for cultivation. That's what your master collected lately. A disciple leaned in, curious.
Hey, master.
Did you really get a super intricate treasure box too? Can we check it out? Bai thief glanced around, and when he was sure it was safe, he finally pulled out the treasure box. All right, I'll let you all see it. This puzzle box is an octahedron. Its surface is covered with engraved Taudi patterns. There's an ancient script etched on the bottom. It can open and close in cycles. When you run your fingers over it, you can feel subtle bumps in the patterns, like a lock with a secret mechanism. As a master thief, Bai thief knew a thing or two about traps, but he'd never been able to open this treasure box. If you force it open, the box will self-destruct. That's exactly why. Bai thief was sure something amazing was inside. A disciple's eyes went wide. That's master craftsmanship. Another disciple quickly asked, if the box is this intricate, the treasure inside has to be incredible. All the disciples gasped in awe. Master, when will you open the box? Let us see what treasure is hidden in there. Bai thief held up 3 fingers. This box is way too complex. I need at least 3 days to open it. In truth, he had no idea how to open it. He just said that so he wouldn't lose face. Even if he couldn't open it later, he'd just come up with some excuse. After showing off the puzzle box, Bai thief got ready to put it away. But right then, with a swoosh, the puzzle box vanished from his hands. Bai thief stared at his empty palm, dumbfounded at first, then started cursing loudly. There you go again, testing my patience. What, you think I'm weak now? Bai the thief dashed out in an instant. Not long ago, his cultivation level broke through. His lightning step skill has greatly improved too. Bai the thief was determined to let the other guy know. He's no useless thief. But after chasing just a few hundred meters, he suddenly stopped, looking completely devastated, because that figure had already vanished. Bai the thief spread his arms, shouted angrily, unable to catch up. Why do you always go after the important treasures? Why the hell are you always after me? Do you know how tough my life is? Then he quietly walked back to the abandoned temple. Even started thinking about moving. Always being targeted does not feel good. But right now the temple was super lively. Bai the thief's disciples were in chaos inside the temple. It looked like they were fighting over something. One disciple clung to a bottle. This is mine. Another tried to snatch it away. Let me have a sip. Bai the thief got back to the temple. Saw the mess going on. He was so mad his nose almost went crooked. What are you guys doing? All of you, stop! The treasure box got stolen, and I couldn't do a thing about it. Already frustrated. Didn't expect his disciples to be this wild. Seeing Bai the thief back, everyone instantly quieted down. Bai the thief looked annoyed. What were you all fighting over just now? A disciple sheepishly held up a bottle of beast milk. Answered nervously. Master, it's a bottle of beast milk. Bai the thief got furious right away. What? All that for this? Have I ever treated you badly? Fighting to the death over 1 bottle of beast milk. He thought it was some kind of treasure. Didn't expect it was just beast milk. It's not just 1 bottle. Even if you had it every day, he wouldn't mind. But these useless disciples still fought over just 1 bottle of beast milk. That really ticked him off. All the disciples hurried to explain. Master, this beast milk is different from the regular kind. Bai the thief glared. Even if it's different, it's still. What, ancient beast's milk or something? A disciple nervously stepped forward. Master, maybe. You should try a sip first. Then he handed the milk to Bai the thief. Bai the thief snorted and took the bottle. Let's see what's so special about this beast milk. If I find out you lied to me, you're all in big trouble. After Bai the thief took a sip, his eyes went wide instantly. He stared at the half-full bottle. That 1 sip actually boosted his body and talent. He could feel a real improvement. And the taste was way better than normal beast milk. Totally different.
He chugged the rest down in one go.
Just a moment later, impurities in his body were pushed out through his pores. A nasty smell instantly filled the whole temple. The disciples rushed outside for fresh air. looking back nervously at the temple. Meanwhile, Bai the thief used his power, quickly refining the beast milk he drank. Soon he was surprised to notice his constitution had improved dramatically. Even circulating his techniques felt way easier. Most importantly, he could clearly sense his talent had grown. Bai the thief was already past his prime. His strength was fading with age.
He thought his limit
Was probably level 5 of divine skill realm. As for the true spirit realm, he never even dreamed of it. But after drinking the beast milk, he actually felt hope, like he could break into the true spirit realm. Bai the thief urgently called out to his disciples outside. Where did this beast milk come from? A disciple replied honestly, Master, while you chased that shadow just now, this beast milk just showed up. Remembering the taste and power of the milk, Bai the thief's desire grew strong. Last time that guy stole the mystic realm teleport talisman, but left some snacks behind. This time he took the treasure box, but left a bottle of beast milk. If I can steal another treasure, will he leave me something even better? I'm not greedy. Just let me have enough beast milk to enjoy. Then maybe true spirit realm, or even higher, might be possible. He used to think this was as far as his life would go. But looking now, his journey was just starting. Bai the thief drifted into wonderful daydreams, even had a silly smile on his face. Meanwhile, I'd already returned to my courtyard with the treasure box. The reason I left beast milk for Bai the thief was, of course, to help him get stronger, so he could steal from stronger cultivators. It's kind of an investment. Then, I entered the password and opened the box. Inside was a thumb-sized jade slip, glowing softly. I picked it up and placed it on my forehead. A stream of info flooded my mind. 3 kill ultimate sword manual. First kill, blood jade scorched heaven. When the sword is unleashed, blood red sword energy shoots into the sky. Where it passes, all life within 10 miles is wiped out. Second kill, soul rend. Sword powered by spirit force. Can tear an enemy's soul apart. Third kill, endless silence. The ultimate move of this sword technique calls forth the force of death in the world, turns into a gray sword beam. Where it moves, even time seems to stop. Everything turns to nothing. This sword art requires incredible control. Once it's used, it's a world-ending move. Of course, its power and cost are huge. It also demands an extraordinary weapon. Ordinary weapons would shatter before the move, crushed by the sword's force. Then I entered the virtual realm and started training. This time I jumped straight to the second dream level. It uses 10,000 spirit stones every hour, but time flows 144 times faster. That means, if I train there for 4 hours, that equals 48 days in the real world. Plus, with my current talent far ahead of others, in just one night, I totally mastered the first kill. Blood jade scorched heaven in my dream. The moment I opened my eyes, a flash of red light crossed my gaze. My sword intent was razor sharp, but I kept it all contained inside. Today's intel: North City Street kid Li Yu found a blood bodhi while begging with his sister. Tap for Li Yu's location. Today's intel 2: Lihua Palace disciple Shen Yo Yu passing through Guffing City tomorrow. She picked up a piece of jewelry from a street vendor for just 3 spirit stones, but it's actually worth 50,000.
Tap for vendor's location.
The blood bodhi can heal injuries and even boost cultivation. It's a treasure all cultivators dream of. My eyes lit up. A piece of jewelry worth 50,000 spirit stones. I just have to get my hands on it. First, get the blood bodhi. Then I went to Jufengguan restaurant to buy the 8 treasures chicken. After that, I headed straight to the north part of the city. At that time, on a street in North City, 2 little beggars curled up in a corner. Their clothes were all patched up. Everything looked gray. You couldn't tell what color they used to be. The older brother was about 8 or 9. The little sister looked only 4 or 5. Both were skin and bones. Their faces were purple from the cold. They looked shyly at people passing by. There was so much longing in their eyes. When someone passed by now and then, the brother would weakly pull his sister to beg. Please, give us something to eat. Their voices were so soft. You could barely hear them over the wind. Most people just hurried by. Almost no one stopped for them. The little sister raised her dirty, pale face. Brother, I'm freezing and I'm hungry. They hadn't eaten in 3 days. Their bodies just couldn't go on. The brother looked down at his weak little sister. Tears slid down without a sound. Hang in there, sis. Someone kind will help us. I know it. They came from a tiny mountain village. This year, there was a terrible drought. There wasn't a single crop harvested. They fled all the way to Gufeng City. Their parents got sick and died on the way. Now only the two of them were left, just struggling to survive. They thought they'd find food in Gufeng City, but things were way harsher than they thought. Now they just couldn't hold on anymore. They even started seeing visions of their parents. That's when the smell of fresh milk hit them. The siblings sniffed and perked up. They kept swallowing as they smelled it. I handed a bottle of beast milk to them. Here you go, little ones. Liu asked again to make sure. Is this really for us? I looked at the siblings in front of me and gave a nod. Very soon, they finished off that bottle of beast milk. Thanks to it, their energy came right back, and they felt much stronger. The siblings felt the change in their bodies. They kept bowing to thank me. Thank you, kind benefactor. I helped them up. I asked Liu directly. On your way to Gufeng City, did you pick up anything? Hearing that, Liu quickly took out a stone that gave off a faint red glow. Yeah, I did find something. I thought this stone looked weird, so I picked it up. Of course, if you want it, it's yours. I weighed the glowing red stone in my hand and looked over at the siblings. Guess fate brought us together. This stone is useful to me, so I'll take it. Now I'll give you two choices. First, if you want to stay in Gufeng City, I'll buy you a small house, and you can help me out. Second, if you have relatives you want to go to, I'll give you some money and hire someone to send you there. Li Yu didn't even think about it. He just made his choice right away. Thank you, kind one. We haven't had family for a long time. We want to stay in Gufeng City. I gave them a nod. All right then, come with me. I bought the house right next to mine and let Li Yu and his sister live there. Then I took down the courtyard wall again, expanded the yard. Now there's thunderstruck wood and immortal herb roots in the little courtyard, and a primeval windstorm eagle too. Next, I need to buy a basin chicken. There will be more and more stuff in the yard. This is the perfect chance to make it bigger. I told Wan Yu to ask a Yu, add 2 more place settings for meals from now on. Also, let Li Yu take care of the little windstorm eagle and the chores in the yard. Wan Yu nodded. Yes, young master. I took out a basic cultivation manual for Li Yu. Oh, this is a cultivation technique. You and your sister can both practice it. Li Yu took the manual. His body trembled a bit. As a farm kid from the bottom rung, just eating enough every day was already a huge luxury. He never imagined he'd get to cultivate. Li Yu's eyes turned red. Young master, this is such kindness. My sister and I can never repay you. We'll do anything for you in the future, even risk our lives. I patted Li Yu's shoulder. Enough. You guys go take a bath first. Wan Yu will take you to buy new clothes soon. After setting up the Li siblings, I headed to Jufengyuan restaurant, ready to get a basin chicken. A staff member greeted me with a big smile. Please come in. I went straight to the point. Heard you got a new shipment of red feather chickens. The attendant instantly looked apologetic. To be honest, sir, all 100 new red feather chickens are already reserved. If you like, you can pre-order the next batch. Just come back to pick them up then. I pulled out a gold ingot. Not even one left? The staff was stunned. He gave me a troubled look. Sir, that gold's worth 3 years of my pay. But if you want a red feather chicken, you need spirit stones. I said, half annoyed. Who said I'm using gold? Let me in to pick a chicken. And this gold is yours. As for the red feather chicken, I'll pay triple the price. Then I put the gold right in his hand. His eyes went wide at the gold. He gulped hard. Without a word, he stashed the gold right away and led me to the backyard. Sir, this way please. He pointed at the coops. All the red feather chickens are here. Pick whichever you want. I immediately spotted the one I wanted. That one. The staff nodded. Got it. After that, he just handed me the whole coop with the chicken inside. After I paid 30 spirit stones, I carried my red feather chicken out of the restaurant. The basin chicken inside the coop had sharp, bright eyes, almost like it gained intelligence. It had gotten hurt running from a fierce beast before, and accidentally ended up in a red feather chicken farm. So it pretended to be a red feather chicken, ate and drank for free at the farm. But right as it got better, Jufengyuan restaurant bought it. with its high intelligence. It knew exactly what being bought meant, not wanting to end up as food. It planned to escape at night, but instead someone bought it. If it can't escape, it'll probably be dinner soon. Suddenly, it felt the co-op was surrounded by pure magic power. It perked up instantly. Did this person see through my disguise? The Bazin chicken knew. To human cultivators, it was rare and valuable. Countless cultivators want to eat it. To taste an unmatched delicacy, it reached out to touch the co-op, and the magic force bounced it back. Now the Bazin chicken was panicking. It started ramming the coop over and over, trying to get out. But against my pure power, its efforts were pointless. I spoke calmly. Relax, you're a hen. I'm not going to kill you, but you have to lay eggs every day, got it? The Bazin chicken understood. When I said I wouldn't kill it, the Bazin chicken clearly relaxed. But when I said it had to lay eggs daily, it instantly freaked out. It flapped its wings and clucked loudly in protest. I frowned. You want to keep pushing it? Quiet down, or I'll stew you myself. The Bazin chicken fell silent right away, but it still glared resentfully. When I carried it into the yard, the Bazin chicken's eyes widened. Forget everything else, just the oxygen grass and 5-color soil. Make the yard full of spiritual energy. And Bazin chicken loves places like that. Even better, it spotted the thunderstruck wood. Like eating a willow leaf could make it evolve. But that's wishful thinking, because reality is harsh. Soon as I let it out, the Bazin chicken rushed right at the thunderstruck wood. Then snap. A branch smacked it into the air. That calmed it down quick. It now looked at the thunderstruck wood with real fear. I call Li Yu over. You take care of this old hen, and collect the eggs every day. Li Yu, now dressed in new clothes, smiled brightly. Yes, young master. Then I went back to my room and took out the blood bodhi. On the surface, the blood bodhi is just a strange-looking stone, but when I covered it with my power, it changed dramatically. It turned red all over like a ruby. Its surface is smooth and shiny like a blood gem. It even quivers like it's alive. A faint red glow floats around it. When I start refining the blood bodhi, my ki exploded with energy, and my power broke through. I instantly reached the peak of true spirit level 5. Just one more step to reach divine bridge stage. Then I entered the second layer dream realm for training. The night passed quickly. Today's intel, Fu Tiangang has entered Tianhen. He's chasing Zhao Ying. Tap here for the location of Mingyu Palace's disciple. Today's intel too, the chosen one Yun Chen was being hunted down. Went into a spatial rift by accident during the chase. Arrived in Hanzhong. After a day of rest and recovery, he'll find a saint's hand bone on a cliff. Cliff location. Tap here. In Zhuanzhou, the Lin family is hands down the strongest force. But they do have 3 archenemies. Jue Gong and Fu Tiangang are 2 of them. Most importantly, Jing Tianheng has a special body, the 9 nether demon physique. If I devour that, not only does the Fu Tiangang sect lose a top new talent, but I get stronger myself. I thought to myself, Yan Chan really is the chosen one. He gets lucky fortunes right after people try to kill him. But he'll only get it after resting a day. The Emperor River Jade Pendant still needs some time to cool down, so it should be enough. I'll make it in time. Then I headed straight to the shabby jewelry stall. That's when I was surprised to see the stall owner was still that bearded guy. The last time, the soul-nourishing jade was bought here from him. The bearded stall owner recognized me too, so he eyed me with caution. I casually picked up a jade stone. How much for this jade? The bearded seller took a serious look and immediately held up 5 fingers. 5,000 spirit stones. I was shocked.
How much?
This useless rock isn't even worth 5 spirit stones. That's a crazy price. The bearded guy sounded firm. This time, I'm not selling it for 5 spirit stones. I picked up a small bell. How about this bell? The bearded guy replied, 1,000 spirit stones. Then I picked up a few more items to ask the price. He quoted prices one by one. The bearded owner started to look annoyed. You keep asking the price. Are you buying or not? I pointed at 3 items. Of course I'm buying. This jade, that jewelry, and the bell. Give me a price. The bearded guy held up 1 finger. 10,000 spirit stones. I bargained hard. 10 spirit stones. The bearded seller gave me a deep look.
Hold up.
Then he called all the nearby stall owners over. Let them see if these 3 items have anything special about them. The nearby sellers checked out the 3 things. Couldn't see anything. One seller said for sure they're nothing special. All 3 together aren't worth more than 1 spirit stone. If he's willing to pay 10, you're already making a killing. Another seller agreed. Yeah, if he got lucky last time, that's his skill. You don't actually think you still have anything good left, right? A third seller just laughed. Most of our stuff here is fake. If these can be sold for 10 spirit stones, that's a jackpot. The bearded guy gritted his teeth. Fine, 10 it is. With so many sellers vouching. I don't believe he can get lucky again. So I happily paid 10 spirit stones for the jade and the bell, and also a jade bracelet. Right then, a clear, pleasant woman's voice called out, "That jade bracelet is so pretty. Can you let me have it?" A woman saw the bracelet in my hand. Her beautiful eyes suddenly lit up. She quickly walked over. She was wearing a light blue fairy dress with wide sleeves. The hem was embroidered with silver patterns. She was Shen Youyu, a disciple of Youwa Palace. I turned and left. Nope. Shen Youyu quickly stopped me. Wait, I'll give you 100 spirit stones. Hearing that, I couldn't help but think. This jade bracelet is worth 50,000, and she wants it for 100. That's a joke. Shen Youyu hurried to catch up to me. I'll give you 1,000 spirit stones. We can talk. At that moment, the bearded seller was frozen. Shen Youyu's words were like knives stabbing him. Wow, the bracelet just left the stall. The value shot up 10 times. And the buyer didn't even hesitate. Now the price is already at 1,000. And still up for negotiation. The bearded guy totally broke down. He was instantly filled with resentment. Seeing this, the nearby vendors quickly returned to their stalls. They looked around, touching here and there. But nobody dared to make eye contact with the bearded vendor. The bearded guy spread his arms wide. He knelt on the ground.
He cried out to the sky in sorrow.
Why is this happening? Why do I always misjudge things? Yet he always finds the good stuff. Last time he got and sold some jade. Now he snatched up that jade bracelet. To be honest, if he could recognize valuables, he'd be rich by now. No need to be here selling fakes. By now, Shen Youyu had caught up with me. It's not that I wasn't fast enough. It's just that he offered too high a price. Made me slow down. I sized Shen Youyu up. Just now you offered 50,000 spirit stones to buy this jade bracelet. Shen Youyu took a deep breath. That's right. As long as you give me the bracelet, I'll give you 50,000 spirit stones. I looked at him suspiciously. You're so young, can you really produce 50,000 spirit stones? Shen Youyu snorted coldly. You're underestimating me. Let me tell you, Princess Loa is my master. Just 50,000 spirit stones. I don't even care about that amount. Hearing this, I quickly agreed. So that's how it is. You can have the jade bracelet for 100,000 spirit stones. Shen Youyu's face changed instantly. Why don't you just rob me? I replied calmly. If I'm not mistaken, this bracelet should be connected to your Youwa Palace. To others, it's worth 50,000 spirit stones. But for Youwa Palace, even 100,000 spirit stones isn't too much. Besides, it's only an extra 50,000 spirit stones. I'm sure you don't even care about that. Shen Youyu's face turned red with anger. She almost wanted to slap herself. Why pretend to be rich? Got hiked up on price right away. What's worse, she didn't even have 100,000 spirit stones. I saw Shen Youyu was embarrassed. Can't produce the stones. This is your first lesson in the world. Keep it low-key in the future, or you'll lose out again. Give me 50,000 spirit stones, and the bracelet is yours. This time, Shen Youyu didn't dare say more. She took out a storage bag and handed it to me. It had exactly 50,000 spirit stones inside. Shen Youyu took out a token and gave it to me. Honestly, this bracelet means a lot to me. Take this token. If you run into trouble, Youwa Palace will help you if we can. I nodded and took it. All right, I'll accept it. I suddenly felt proud of myself. Earlier, Shen Youyu offered just 100 spirit stones to buy the bracelet, then went from 1,000 all the way to 50,000. If I'd sold it then, Shen Youyu would have thought it too expensive. But then, I suddenly bumped the price from 50,000 up to 100,000 and dropped it back to 50,000. that not only bruised Shen Youyu's pride, but also made her feel lucky to get it back. And in the end, I got 50,000 spirit stones, plus the Yuhua Palace token. No wonder big shots like playing mind games. It's the same price, but of course if you do it differently, the other person feels like they got a deal, and may even feel grateful to you. Once the transaction was done, I turned and walked away. Meanwhile, Su Qinyuan and the disciples from Zhaoying Mingyu Palace were hiding in a secret cave. Everyone was covered in injuries. Su Qinyuan bit her lower lip. No idea how Elder 3 is doing now. Did they escape or not? Between Zhaoying Mingyu Palace and Futian Devil Palace, there's always been deep hatred. Earlier, people from Zhaoying Mingyu Palace ran into the Futian people on the road. The two sides fought right away.
But
Zhaoying Mingyu Palace was still at a disadvantage. They were no match. With Elder 3 covering them, they escaped the battlefield. They hid in this secret cave. But Futian Devil Palace had no intention of letting them go. They kept chasing them, especially Jing Tianhan from Futian. He kept wanting to make them his cauldrons. One female disciple hugged herself tightly. Sister Jiyu, what do we do? Futian people will find us sooner or later. Su Qinyuan took a deep breath. Let's all rest for now. I'll go check outside. At that moment, a loud explosion rang through the forest. Su Qinyuan frowned slightly. That aura is Jing Tianhan's demonic energy. He seems to be fighting someone. Right then, I found Jing Tianhan, ready to devour his special 9U demon physique. I stood at the peak of the forest, facing Jing Tianhan head-on. Jing Tianhan stared at me coldly. You're that loser from the Lin family. I can't believe you can cultivate now, young master. Jing Tianhan looked at my face. Waves of emotion inside. He never expected. I, once called useless by everyone, could now have such crazy strength. Most importantly, even as the genius of Futian Devil Palace, he was crushed by me. I sneered, attacked Jing Tianhan again. Jing Tianhan stared at me in disbelief. Everyone says you're useless, and would always. Living your little brother Lin Chan's shadow. Didn't expect you'd hide so well. Now Jing Tianhan started to feel chilled inside. I had such power, and managed to keep it hidden for 18 years. Only got found now. That's some scary scheming. But most importantly, after fighting just now, Jing Tianhan knew just how fast I can move. Trying to escape from me is basically impossible.
plus,
His men were busy searching for Zhaoying Mingyu's people. Would take some time for backup. Right now it's up to himself. A flash of ruthlessness appeared in Jing Tianhan's eyes. You forced me. 9U demon physique. Suddenly, Jing Tianhan grew to 5 meters tall, his whole body covered in dark purple scales. Dense 9U demonic energy wrapped around him. Endless magic poured out from him, turning into a black dragon, coiling around Jing Tianhan. He moved his foot, pounding the ground into a pit. His entire body shot toward me like a cannonball. I didn't dodge. I chose to fight head-on. At that moment, golden light blazed from me. Fine flesh scales covered my whole body. All my body sources activated. My aura surged too. Then I charged, clashing with Jing Tianhan. A terrifying energy swept everywhere. The mountain beneath us turned into a giant pit instantly. Jing Tianhan was soon covered in wounds. He rasped. I don't believe it. He unleashed Jimi Palm, demonic energy. Formed a giant hand blocking out the sky. With ghostly cries pressing down on me, I snorted coldly. I drew out my rusty Weiwo sword. Jing Tianheng smirked in disdain. You want to block my destruction palm with that broken sword? You're just delusional. My eyes were filled with killing intent. Today I'll test my sword on you. First strike of the 3-kill annihilation sword manual. Blood prison burn the sky. The Weiwo sword flashed from its sheath. The sword energy surged into a giant blood-red domain, 100 meters tall. It transformed into a raging blade aimed at Jing Tianheng. The moment sword and palm clashed, the land for thousands of miles turned into scorched earth. I sheathed my sword. My eyes were icy cold. Jing Tianheng collapsed straight to the ground.
he let out his final sorrowful wail.
This man could have become a huge threat to my Fusion Demon Palace. And with that, he breathed his last. I didn't hesitate at all. I left quickly with Jing Tianheng's corpse. Not long after I left, A group from the Fuchsian Demon Palace arrived. They stared at the flattened mountaintop and massive crater. Everyone looked at each other in shock. But what really terrified them was the demon heir Jing Tianheng was gone. They all scattered to search. But after searching for ages, they still couldn't find him. Someone's voice trembled. Did something kill the demon heir? As soon as he said that, everyone felt thunderstruck. They felt like the sky was falling. The Fuchsian Demon Palace spent a ton of time and resources to raise Jing Tianheng. Once Jing Tianheng matured, he'd have become the pillar of the sect. If he's dead, it's a huge loss for the Fuchsian Demon Palace. If the higher-ups investigate, these followers and guards will be blamed. They won't even get a grave. The faces of the Fuchsian Demon Palace people turned pale. In the end, they exchanged a few terrified looks. Then they turned into streaks of light and scattered in a panic in all directions. After a long while, once the forest was totally quiet again, Su Qingyuan cautiously stepped out from a hidden cave. He looked around, alert. Once he felt it was safe, a look of confusion crossed his face. Everyone from the Fuchsian Demon Palace is gone. Who on earth fought Jing Tianheng? Could it really have been that guy? When the battle died down earlier, he'd peeked carefully from the cave entrance and spotted a familiar-looking figure flash by. He didn't see the face clearly, but the back looked a lot like the guy he'd slept with that day. The thought left Su Qingyuan with mixed feelings. Did he save me again? Su Qingyuan thought, as he made his way to the mountaintop. When Su Qingyuan saw the massive crater on top of the mountain, he gasped and covered his mouth in shock. The mountaintop was leveled off, with a huge deep pit right there. Inside there was still some terrifying sword and demon energy lingering. Su Qingyuan murmured to himself, is he really that powerful? Now that I think about it, ever since I slept with him, I broke through to a new realm. But who is he, really? Meanwhile, I had arrived at a hidden place, getting ready to use the Devour Heaven demon art to absorb the Zhuyu demon body. Once I'd finished absorbing the Zhuyu demon body, I stepped into the first stage of the Divine Bridge realm. I whispered, no wonder it's the Devouring Heaven technique. After that, I headed back to the ancient-style arena and entered the second layer of the dream again. I trained while waiting for the Imperial Jade Pendant to cool down. It didn't take long. The Imperial Jade Pendant in my hand started feeling warm. That means it's cooled down. I activated the Imperial Jade Pendant right away. Went straight to Hanzhong. Soon I showed up in a forest. The space node here is closest to the sage's handbone. The sky was already turning pale. Today's intel, at the foot of Chongjun Ridge, an ancestral bull has appeared. Its meat is super nutritious. Click for the location. Today's intel 2, Black and White Academy Library. A top-tier technique, Brahma Sage True Demon Technique, is sealed here. Click for the location. I made my decision right away. I should check out the ancestral bull. But the Brahma Sage True Demon Technique is absolutely top tier. However, getting into the Black and White Academy's library is a bit tricky. I'm not a student there, after all. I'll deal with what I have first. Soon, I arrived at the cave where the sage's handbone is. But what I didn't know was that Yan Chun already reached the foot of the mountain. Shen Shinlin's voice echoed in his mind. Yan Chun, bad news. Someone beat us to it. They found the cave with the sage's handbone. Yan Chun's face changed. He got worried instantly. He rushed toward the cave. By now, I'd already gone deep into the cave. There were signs people had lived here before. A thick layer of dust covered the stone table in the center. Some drought-resistant vines grew out of the stone cracks, wrapping an old meditation mat tightly. 3 broken bowls lay scattered in the corner. A white skeleton sat cross-legged on the stone bed, covered in cobwebs and dust. Who knows how long it's been dead? What caught my eye the most was that this skeleton's right arm bone was golden. It gave off a powerful, otherworldly vibe. I couldn't help but guess. Sage's hand bone, how did it end up on an ordinary corpse? Did this person just get lucky during their life and obtain the sage's hand bone, then graft it onto themselves? Maybe the reason this person died was most likely because the sage's hand bone drained their life. I just took the sage's hand bone off directly, no matter what this person was before. Now it's mine. As I took it, the skeleton, dead for who knows how long, completely turned to ash. Just then, Yan Chun was racing toward the cave. Seeing this, I grinned. Child of destiny. Yun Chun was still a step too late. I used the moving technique to leave fast. Yun Chun perked up at once. That's the moving technique. The one who snatched my soul lotus in the Linksy secret realm also used the moving technique. Since the moving technique is one of the world's top skills, very few people know it. It's him again. Shen Xinlan still held a bit of hope inside. Yun Chun, hurry into the cave. See if the sage's hand bone is still there. Yun Chun went in fast after hearing that, but ended up empty-handed. Yun Chun clenched his fists, veins bulging on his forehead. He was furious now. Why does this guy always haunt me? At this moment, even Shen Xinlan was speechless. First, he cut in and took the soul-nurturing ancient jade. Then he snatched the soul lotus in the Linksy secret land. Now Yun Chun got chased, fell into some space rift, randomly got sent to Hanzhong. That guy somehow showed up in Hanzhong too, and grabbed the sage's hand bone before them. Yun Chun let out a furious roar. Master, is there any way to find him? I really wish I could crush him right now. Shen Xinlan let out a sigh. I'm in a lingering soul state now, so I can't help. Maybe this was just a coincidence. If the sage's hand bone is gone, it's gone. I know of other places with good fortune. Yun Chun calmed down a bit hearing this. Much more rational now. Master, is there another fortune spot in Hanzhong? Shen Xinlan thought for a second. There's a strong force in Hanzhong. It's called the Black and White Academy. They recruit and train young geniuses. And in the academy's library, it's said a top-tier technique is hidden. You could go check it out. Yun Chun's eyes lit up. Top-tier technique? Shen Xinlan sounded calm. Right. For ordinary cultivators, it's hard to get into the academy's library. First, you must become a student, then pass the test to enter. But you probably won't have a problem. Yun Chun nodded. Got it. Master, I'm going to the Black and White Academy now. By then, I'd already arrived at the foot of Chongjun Ridge. But the scene in front of me made me squint. It should have been a cattle grazing pasture, but now it's just chaos. Dead cows were scattered everywhere, the ground drenched in blood. I walked over to a cow's corpse, puzzled. The wounds on it weren't from brute force or trampling. They were terrifying whip marks. Suddenly, a shrill scream came from a nearby town. I moved and appeared there instantly. The whole town was in chaos. In a corner, a skinny boy let out a low roar. Where's my cow? A kid his age should be innocent and carefree, but instead he bared terrifying fangs. Dark energy wrapped around him, and he held a demonically charged iron whip. The herdsman's voice was sharp and eerie. Give me back my cow. He flickered, appearing like a ghost behind a middle-aged man. The iron whip lashed out with dark energy. That man didn't even have time to turn around, and instantly lost all life. Everyone around was terrified, panicking and running. I looked at the herdsman ahead. He was already dead, but a mutated bug took over his body, turning him into a puppet. I didn't hesitate and took action. The herdsman seemed to sense danger, whipped at me fast. I leaned aside and dodged, then grabbed a black worm from the back of his head and crushed it directly. That black worm devoured the herdsman's brain, then controlled his corpse to slaughter others. My voice wasn't loud, but with my magic, everyone heard it clearly. Don't be scared, everyone. It's safe now. I saw the shaken crowd and asked my question. Can someone tell me what happened here? An old man with gray hair stepped forward. You're the great savior of our Fengyuan town. As the old man spoke, I learned the whole story. Not long ago, an old ox started eating people. Then, the ox's body became terrifyingly monstrous. Normal weapons couldn't hurt it at all.
And
The parasites on the ox changed too. Anyone infected by these bugs would lose their mind and go on a killing spree. The young herdsman I killed was one example. I nodded softly. I see. Sounds like the ox has really turned savage. But its bloodline leans even more toward slaughter. Most importantly, the ox is still in Fengyuan town. Suddenly the ground shook hard. A huge demon bull appeared before everyone. The bull was pitch black all over, its eyes glowing blood red. The moment that bull showed up, the calm scene turned chaotic again. People tried to flee in a panic. But right then, a teenage boy didn't run. Instead, he gripped a hatchet. and got ready to fight. He shouted at the demon bull. Damn demon bull. You killed my whole family. Today I'll avenge my parents and my brother. The bull noticed the boy. It pawed the ground with its front hoof, then charged straight at him. Its iron hooves stomped, and the ground rumbled loudly. The boy turned pale, but he grit his teeth and swung his hatchet with all his strength. I want to avenge my parents and brother. Right after he yelled, his hatchet hit the bull. A loud clanging sound rang out, but it didn't hurt the bull at all. Just as things got critical, I kicked the bull flying. Its massive body crashed through several houses. Before finally coming to a stop, the boy's pupils shrank. He stared at me in disbelief. So strong, the bull stood up from the ruins and locked its eyes on me. It dug its hooves in, then charged at me like a cannonball. I gave a cold laugh, made a fist with my right hand, and smashed it hard on the bull's head. The bull let out a painful, shrill scream. With a heavy thud, the giant bull collapsed. It twitched a few times, then stopped moving. I slowly lowered my fist, ending the fight. This scene left the boy in awe. He stared blankly at me, as if I were a god. A burning desire to get stronger filled his heart. The boy took a deep breath, then dropped to his knees in front of me. I want to be strong. Will you teach me? As soon as he said that, he bowed hard all the way to the floor. I stayed calm. What will you do if you become strong? The boy answered firmly. I want to protect the ones I love. Seeing this, I handed him a martial arts manual. Looks like fate brought us together. Take this cultivation technique, facing the overwhelming power of the demon bull. The young man dared to swing his blade. That alone showed his courage. So I don't mind giving him a shot at training. The boy suddenly looked up. Thank you for your kindness. After that, I went straight to Haihei Academy. By this time, it was already the next morning. Today's intel: 1. Wu Qinghuan, little princess of the Wu family, secretly killed a Haihei Academy prodigy. Haihei Academy is investigating this, but they've got zero leads. The evidence, a video crystal, has been stored in a storage ring. Today's intel 2. Lucky son Yan Chun. He'll break the Academy's power record today and get a godly thunder source. After hearing these things, I thought to myself, are you asking me to threaten Wu Qinghuan? Should I ask for some snacks then? I mean, that's what villains in novels usually do. And Yan Chun actually came to Haihei Academy. He even scored a piece of godly thunder source. How do I get it from him? A segment of godly thunder is one kind of thunder. As long as I have a piece of that source, I can control lightning and boost my own strength. Plus, the godly thunder can level up non-stop, eventually reaching the apocalyptic 9 godly thunders. By now, I've already arrived at Haihei Academy. Crowds of people everywhere outside the gate. All sorts of aspiring cultivators are gathering here. A stern-looking middle-aged man walked out. Anyone who wants to enroll, line up here. If you pass the test, you'll become a student of Haihei Academy. Hearing this, I got in line right away. This test is really easy. There's a small door next to the main gate. Just go through it, and you pass. It tests your talent, and also checks if you're a bad person. Soon, it was my turn. As I stepped through the small door, I suddenly felt a huge force in front of me, like a mountain pressing down on me. I couldn't move. I gritted my teeth and pushed through, stepped forward a bit, made it through the small door, and entered the academy. The stern man looked pleased with me. Go ahead inside. They'll set everything up for you later. I nodded back and walked right into Haihei Academy. Just then, a guy and girl arguing caught my eye. The guy was grabbing the girl's hand. Qinghuan, my junior. I'm serious about you. Why can't you accept me? Wu Qinghuan, with her icy vibe, looked pissed. Senior, there's just no way for us. I already have a Dao partner. So please don't bother me anymore. The guy clearly didn't believe her. Stop lying to me. Don't think I don't know what's going on. Wu Qinghuan spotted me. Her eyes lit up. She ran right over to me and held onto my arm. She whispered, "Lucky for you to get close to me. But don't get any wild ideas. I'm just asking for your help." I squinted my eyes this time. Man, Wu Qinghuan's acting all high and mighty. Like being her shield is some divine blessing. Like it's the luckiest thing ever. When the words left her mouth, the guy started glaring at me with hostility. I didn't hold back either. Excuse me, senior. I just got into Haihei Academy after passing the test. Do we know each other? Or do you even know my name? Wu Qinghuan's eyes widened. She totally didn't expect I'd embarrass her like this. I shook off Wu Qinghuan's hand and kept walking into the academy. You two carry on. I'm heading out. Wu Qinghuan fumed with anger. After all, she's known as the academy's cold beauty. And now someone actually ignored her. She vowed to get revenge. As the guy saw me leave, he broke into a big smile. Qinghuan, my junior, told you, there was no Dao partner. Right then, someone rushed over and put their arm around Wu Qinghuan. Who says Qinghuan doesn't have a Dao partner? It was Yanchan, the lucky son himself. After breaking the power record, he's now totally famous in the academy. And now he's helping Wu Qinghuan. Naturally, Wu Qinghuan is impressed. The guy started threatening Yanchan, but Yanchan shut him up. Yep, the drama goes on. Right then, I looked at the library, thinking hard. How can I get inside there? To get in, you need an elder's recommendation, or do something huge for the academy. As for sneaking in, forget it. The library's a restricted area. Top experts are guarding it. With my strength now, rushing in means dying. Suddenly, I noticed Yan Chen and Wu Qinghuan were heading for the library, laughing. Looks like they're Dao partners now. I whispered to myself, so that's the lucky son, huh? Wherever he goes, girls like him. Thinking about how Wu Qinghuan looked down on me before, and how nice she is to Yan Chen now. Comparing the two, there's a massive difference. Most importantly, Yan Chen as the lucky son. If he gets in the library, the hidden Saint Devil technique inside is sure to end up with him. Looking at Wu Qinghuan next to Yan Zhen, an idea popped into my head. Then I quietly waited. Sure enough, soon after Yan Chen went in, an ancient aura burst out from the library. I muttered. Looks like Yan Chen got the Saint Devil technique. Now he's got two big techniques, besides the Saint Devil technique, plus that godly thunder source. After that, I focused right on Wu Qinghuan and waited for her on her usual path. Wu Qinghuan saw me, and sure enough, followed. I turned off and walked into a quiet alley. Then I stopped, turned around slowly. Senior Wu, aren't you tired of following me all this way? A cold light flashed in Wu Qinghuan's eyes. She suddenly felt uneasy. You know I'm here, yet you dare come to a place this empty. I smiled faintly. Why not? I just want to talk business with you. Wu Qinghuan sneered. What business? I sounded calm. You're Yan Chan's Dao partner now. I want you to use that. Get me his godly thunder source and the Saint Devil technique. Give them to me. Wu Qinghuan acted like she heard a joke and snorted. You know I'm his partner, yet you want me to steal his things? Are you nuts? Energy started swirling around her, about to make a move. I calmly pull out a crystal from my pocket and play with it between my fingers. Wu Shiji, the incident 3 days ago when you killed the vice princess's personal disciple. Need me to help you remember? Wu Qinghuan's pupils suddenly contract. What nonsense are you talking about? I don't get it. I twitch my fingers slightly. The crystal plays Wu Qinghuan committing murder and destroying the evidence. I can send this video straight to the vice princess. Wu Qinghuan's breathing is steady, staring hard at the crystal. I put the crystal away for now. You just need to tell me. Will you do it or not? I have more than one of these lying crystals. They're not all in my hands. You understand? Wu Qinghuan's chest rises and falls a few times. Finally, she lowers her eyes. I'll do it, but you must promise. Once I get the goods, all the crystals will be destroyed. I nod. I'll destroy them when you hand over the goods. I'll take care of them myself. Wu Qinghuan glares at me one last time, then turns and walks away quickly. I stay and wait for the result. The night passes quickly. Today's info. A disciple named Ji Yu Zhou from the Black and White Academy will fight Child of Destiny Yan Chen in the ring. He'll lose in 3 moves and be seriously injured. Today's info too. In the Vice Princess's medicine garden at the Black and White Academy, an ancient enlightenment tea tree, long dead, will revive today. Ji Yu Zhou is the princess's personal disciple and holds the great wilderness battle physique, known as the strongest of his generation. You can imagine how powerful he is.
But
Yun Chun actually defeats and seriously injures Jiu Zhou in just 3 moves. I lick my lips. I need to get that wounded battle physique. Now the Imperial Jade Pendant will finish its cooldown soon. Even if I absorb the battle physique, I can leave easily. And as for the value of the Enlightenment Tea Tree, it's on par with immortal medicine. I whisper to myself, first, get the tea tree, then absorb the wounded battle physique. And of course, the Divine Thunder Source and Supreme True Devil Art. One need those two. Just as expected, as dawn breaks, Wu Qinghuan finds me again. This time he looks extremely exhausted. Wu Qinghuan is barely able to speak. Divine Thunder Source and Supreme True Devil Art. I got them for you. He stayed up all night for these 2 arts. Didn't sleep at all. He even offered himself to Yun Chun as a furnace. And at dawn finally borrowed the arts. I look at the arts in front of me. A satisfied smile spreads across my face. Nice. Wu Qinghuan stares straight at me. Now you'll destroy the crystals, right? I answer immediately. No problem. Then I take out the crystal and crush it. Wu Qinghuan instantly breathes a sigh of relief. But at the same time, his heart fills with murderous intent toward me. Just as Wu Qinghuan is thinking about how to tear me apart, I chop him with a hand strike, right through his heart. Wu Qinghuan looked terrified. You actually dare to kill me? I said coldly, you're nothing but trouble. As the words fell, Wu Qinghuan stopped breathing. He never expected me to be so ruthless. I tossed Wu Qinghuan's body straight into my storage ring, then headed for the Vice Master's garden. On the way, I heard some news. Yun Chun and Ji Zhou are about to fight in the arena. The news has spread, drawing a lot of attention. People are even placing bets. The odds for Yun Chun winning in 3 moves are 100 to 1. Meanwhile, for Ji Zhou winning in 1 move, the odds are only 30 to 1. Looking at the odds, it's clear everyone favors Ji Zhou. Even though Yun Chun broke the academy record and became a local celebrity, people still have more faith in the veteran Ji Zhou. I grinned. If I bet 10,000 spirit stones that he wins in 3 moves, I'll walk away with $1 million. This is free money, falling right into my lap, ignoring the shocked stares of others. I bet 30,000 stones on Yun Chun. It's not that I didn't want to bet more, but I'm afraid the bookie couldn't pay up. After all, it's 100 to 1 odds. The bookie gave me a playful look. You sure you want to bet 30,000 on Yun Chun winning in 3 moves? I said firmly, positive. The bookie smiled and said, fine, keep your ticket. I hope you win big. I turned and left. Arriving at the Vice Master's garden, there were many rare herbs inside, but the most striking sight was the ancient tea tree in the center.
Its trunk was already cracked,
Showing no signs of life. But on the dark bark, a few green buds were stubbornly poking out, adding a touch of life to the old tree. Around the garden, runes flickered through the mist, forming a natural barrier to keep the outside world out. Looking at the fields, I couldn't help but sigh. It'd be great if I could take the whole garden, but I knew that was impossible. My only goal was the tea tree. I hid in the shadows, waiting quietly. Soon an opportunity arose. A student tending the garden ran out looking ecstatic. He muttered, "It sprouted." He rushed toward the vice master to report the tea tree's miraculous rebirth. I saw my chance and followed him silently. In a quiet corner, I took him out, changed into his clothes, and took his garden access token. I used the token to pass the gate and successfully snuck into the garden. Security was looser than expected. This is the heart of the academy and the vice master's private garden. Who would dare cause trouble here? That made things easy for me. I went straight for the tea tree. Many students were busy working, and no one noticed me. I grabbed the tree trunk, gave a massive heave, and ripped it out by the roots. I stashed it in my storage ring and quickly left the garden. A while later, a student working there stood up, stretched his neck, and glanced toward the center. He suddenly froze. Pointing at the giant hole, he screamed, "The ancient tea tree is gone." At first, the others didn't believe him. Are you kidding me? This is the Black and White Academy. Who'd be suicidal enough to steal it? But when they all saw that empty, gaping hole, a chill ran down their spines. All the students panicked. The tree just sprouted today, and someone already went to tell the master. Now the tree is gone. How could they explain this? Time passed in a tense silence. The students grew confused. Strange, why isn't the vice master here? Another student was sent with the news. When the vice master heard the first part, he felt a surge of joy. But the second part made his world go dark. He nearly spat out a mouthful of blood. What? The tree sprouted and came back to life, only to be stolen right after. He had paid a massive price to revive that tree. He never imagined that now it was finally alive. It was stolen by someone else. What were you all doing? Right under your noses. You let the tea tree be stolen. I'll see who is bold enough to do this. Furious, the vice master went to the garden to investigate. Meanwhile, the battle was over. The result shocked everyone. As the top student of his generation, Ji Zhou, with his desolate body, was actually defeated in 3 moves by the newcomer, Yun Chun. He was severely injured and carried off the stage. I walked to the betting booth smiling and pulled out my ticket. Boss, here's my ticket.
Pay up.
The bookie forced a pained smile. Man, you've got insane luck. The bookie was smiling, but he was crying inside. Everyone had bet on Ji Zhou. Only I bet on Yun Chun.
He thought I was just a sucker.
Winning in 1 move paid 300, 2 moves 200, and 3 moves paid 100. It was just a gimmick. Who knew someone would actually win? A full 3 million spirit stones were handed to me. It caused a massive stir, drawing countless greedy looks. But I didn't care. Inside the academy grounds, no one dares to attack openly. Once I leave the area, I'll activate the teleport jade and return to Zhuangzhou. They'll never be able to trace me. The 3,000 provinces are vast. Finding one man is like a needle in a haystack. I whispered to myself, an injured, desolate body. I'm coming for you. After some digging, I finally found out. Ji Zhou was recovering in Lingyan Hall. At that moment, an angry roar echoed from a room in the hall. Damn it, I'm the master's disciple. I lost to a newcomer who just joined. Beaten in only 3 moves. I was carried back unconscious. It's a total disgrace. Ji Zhou's face was twisted in rage. As he smashed everything in the room, the sandalwood table was flipped, and porcelain was shattered to pieces. His violent thrashing reopened his wounds, staining his robes red with blood. Ji Zhou can't accept this outcome. This isn't just shameful. It's a disgrace to his master. The 2 followers at the door shake their heads and sigh. One of the female followers whispers, "The master's wound has reopened. I'll go get more medicine." She turned and left after speaking. Moments later, the female follower comes back. I'm carrying healing supplies behind her. Once again, I snuck in by pretending to be someone else. Ji Zhou looks grim. When he sees my unfamiliar face, he frowns right away. You look new. So, how many spirit stones did you pay for this? Chance to change my dressing?
He thinks I'm another disciple trying to curry favor.
I grin. I hold up 5 fingers. Ji Zhou feels awful. Seeing outsiders makes him feel even more embarrassed. 5,000 spirit stones? Spread the word. From today on, I don't want to see any unfamiliar faces. Put the medicine here and get out. I nod, agree, and step forward. Just as I get close to Ji Zhou, I bring my 5 fingers together like a blade. With no resistance, my hand pierces Ji Zhou's heart. Ji Zhou's eyes go wide instantly. This is the Black-White Academy, and he's the princess's top disciple. Who would dare attack here? That would be a huge slap in the face for the academy. So Ji Zhou never thought that someone would actually try to assassinate him here. The 2 followers suddenly look shocked. As soon as it happens, they charge at me, but I was ready. My saber and sword flash out instantly. Sharp sword-like cuts through the 2 followers of Ji Zhou, and I cut them down with force. Ji Zhou is tough. Even with his heart destroyed, he doesn't die right away. Why? Who sent you? Gotta say, the Wild Desolation battle body is seriously tough. His heart's ruined, but he still isn't dead. I sound totally unconcerned. You're almost dead. So why do you care so much? As I finish, I smack Ji Zhou's head with my palm, killing him for good. Then, after I toss the body into the storage ring, I turn and leave right away. Everyone else in the place knows. Jiu was in a terrible mood after losing badly, so nobody wants to bother him. I have to leave as fast as I can while I have this chance, because I know how much trouble I've caused. I killed Wu Qingwan, seized a piece of divine thunder and Fan Sheng's true devil art, pulled up the ancient enlightenment tea tree, and now I took out the princess's top disciple, Jiu. The academy will lock down soon. If I wait any longer, there won't be a way out. I force myself to stay calm and head toward the gate. When I pass the central plaza, it's already packed with people. Yan Chun is in the spotlight now, so the academy is holding a special event for him. He's sharing his cultivation insights. Suddenly, Yan Chun is the crowd favorite. Yan Chun smiles, scanning the crowd, just like a king on his throne, basking in the adoration of his followers. Suddenly, out of the corner of Yan Chun's eye, he noticed someone heading quickly toward the entrance of Haibai Academy. Yan Chun stared intensely at my back, his expression constantly changing. Why does that back look kind of familiar? All of a sudden, Yan Chun was shocked. That guy actually showed up too. Haibai Academy. Yan Chun instantly pushed through the crowd after me. But as soon as he got out of the crowd, I'd already vanished. Yan Chun ran straight for the academy gates. The group of students nearby were all stunned by his sudden move. What is he doing? Looks like something urgent is up. I noticed Yan Chun's actions.
Luckily,
His fan club gave me a bit of time. I sped up toward the student-only passage. As long as I made it through, I'd be out of Haibai Academy for good. Yan Chun shouted from behind me. Stop right there. Now that Yan Chun had leveled up, and his thunder movement skill got stronger, he was super confident that he wouldn't lose to me in speed anymore. I didn't even look back, just moved even faster. Only a fool would stop now. Yan Chun yelled anxiously. Close the gate. Stop him. I stopped hiding and unleashed my movement secret art. Go stop your granddaddy. All you could hear was a whoosh as I shot through the special student passage. Now Yan Chun was sure who I was. He roared and used the movement secret art himself. So it really is you jerk. You're not getting away from me this time. Thunder movement technique! Yan Chun and I raced out of Haibai Academy, one after the other. This time Yan Chun was a lot faster. For a bit, I couldn't get away from him. He was even closing the distance. Yan Chun laughed loudly. Got you now, you can't get away. His heart was pumping with excitement.
almost.
About to catch the guy who's ruined his chances so many times. But then I pulled out a ball of godly thunder, and the tables turned again. A piece of godly thunder counts as one bolt. He can boost his power all around, boost anyone's strength. Even though I hadn't completely merged with it yet, I could easily borrow a sliver of its power. The next second, blue lightning crackled all around me, my whole body wrapped in dazzling light. Suddenly, I slammed the ground and became a blue streak of lightning, shooting forward. And just like that, I widened the gap again. Yan Chun was absolutely furious. Wait, is that my godly thunder piece? How did he get it? He let out a helpless sigh. Everything blurred before his eyes, and I disappeared again. Yan Chun spread his arms and cried out to the sky. He got away again. I just can't catch him. At that moment, several figures appeared by Yan Chun's side. Leading them was a stern-looking man in white. He was one of the teachers at the academy. Yan Chun, what just happened? Yan Chun's eyes darted. Teacher, I think that guy stole a treasure from the academy. And maybe about the murder earlier. I think he's involved in that too. Yan Chun couldn't catch me himself, so he hoped to use Haibai Academy's power. He started pinning all the blame on me right away. Hearing this, the man in white's expression changed. The suspect is gone already, so let's head back and figure out our next steps. As long as he's still in Hanzhong, Haibai Academy will catch him sooner or later. But after they returned to the academy, the new updates completely blindsided everyone. The vice dean's personal garden had its newly revived Dao tea tree stolen. Princess's disciple Jiu was murdered in Lingyan Hall, and his body is missing. Genius disciple Wu Qingwan is also missing. The man in white and Yan Chun exchanged glances. Seeing the shock in each other's eyes, Yan Chun was deeply shaken. Before this,
He'd actually just made stuff up about me to the teacher.
hoping to use the academy to catch me. But Yan Chun never thought His accusations were true. Very soon, I ended up on Heibai Academy's wanted list. Word of what I'd done spread everywhere, causing an uproar. Offending Heibai Academy in Hanzhou is basically suicide. But by now, I'd already used the teleportation jade to return to Xuanzhou. Once I got back to the small courtyard, I started sorting through what I gained on this trip. Using the Saint's Hand Bone once takes a lot of energy, but its power boost is insane. It makes a great trump card. The magic ox meat is really nourishing, enough to feed me for quite a while. As for that godly thunder, I fused it straight into my spirit sea. Soon, I'll finish refining it completely. The Fan Sage Demon Technique is the top cultivation method from the ancient world. Cultivators using it get both golden Buddha light and black demonic energy in their bodies. There are 9 stages in total. Each time you break through, your Buddha and demon power skyrockets. Once you master the 9th level, you can become the true demon sage. As for the Tao Enlightenment tea tree, I've already planted it in the 5-colored earth, so it can slowly come back to life. I muttered to myself. As my spiritual energy grows, the 5-colored earth and farmland are getting kinda cramped. Gotta find some special soil soon. After that, I went back to my room and started absorbing the Great Wilderness Battle Body's core. Very quickly, my power reached the 2nd stage of the Divine Bridge realm. And finally, I made a fortune with those 3 million spirit stones. All in all, my trip to Hanzhou was a huge success. Wan Yu called out to me. Dinner's ready. On the table, the magic ox meat she'd cooked smelled incredible. Besides ox meat, there were eggs from the 8 treasures chicken, plus some rich milk. After this meal, for cultivators like Wan Yu and Li Yu with lower levels, it was especially beneficial. Not only could they train faster, but their bodies and potential would improve. After dinner, I spent some snacks to train in the dream world overnight. Time flew by. Today's tip: an assassin from the Shadow Kill organization kidnapped his junior apprentice who has the Starshine Jade physique. He's planning to do something nasty to her, because once her purity is gone on her coming-of-age day, he'll get half her cultivation.
Click for today's tip location. Next.
Wei Yuan escort agency will be attacked by 3 bandit clans. While guarding a trade caravan, bandit boss Shi Jinshen will get a ton of spirit crystal sand. Click for location. Hearing these updates, I smiled a little. A Starshine Jade physique woman. That's a rare find. If I hurry over, I should make it in time. As for Lin Jingsha, I'll look for a chance to deal with him tomorrow. Soon I arrived at the location the system showed me. It was a chaotic stone forest. All kinds of rocks everywhere, scattered without any order. Deep in the stone forest sat a woman in black combat gear, slumped beside a huge boulder. Blood trickled from the corner of my mouth. Senior brother, I've always seen you as family. Why would you do this? Across from him stood a short guy, a pockmarked young man closed in, grinning lewdly. Shuangshu junior sister, if you've treated me like family, what's wrong with sacrificing a bit for your brother? It's just half your cultivation anyway. Lin Shuangshu weakly called out. No, help! The pockmarked guy showed his yellow teeth and spoke. Scream all you want, it's only making me excited. Just as he was about to cross the line, a sharp light flashed in Lin Shuangshu's eyes. She spat out a silver needle. The pockmarked brother reacted fast, but the needle still pierced his earlobe. Lin Shuangshu saw her needle hit its mark and laughed out loud. That silver needle struck you, senior brother. In 3 days, your whole body will rot and you'll die. Turns out, Lin Shuangshu's weakness was all an act. As an assassin, her hands are stained with blood. How could she really be weak? The pockmarked guy was furious and smacked her, making her spit blood. Damn, didn't think you had that move left? You're as ruthless as that old teacher of yours. He lunged to tear at Ling Shuangshu's clothes. Suddenly, a sharp sword light burst from my hand, striking for the pockmarked guy's back. He was shocked and pissed. He barely dodged my sneak attack. He countered with a palm to my chest. But I stood straight, not dodging at all.
Ban!
His attack hit me and rang out like metal on metal. His hand instantly went numb, like he'd hit forged black iron. Pain shot through his whole arm. He was totally stunned. I slowly looked up. So that's all that move was? Before I finished, my shirt at the chest ripped apart bit by bit. Dragon scale marks shimmered on my skin. The pockmarked guy backed up 3 steps. Clearly, he didn't expect that he was 3 realms above me, yet went all out and couldn't hurt me at all. Next second, he got mad and embarrassed. He growled and charged, ready to kill. He gripped a purple dagger in his hand. His body turned to a bloody blur and vanished. Gold light flashed in my eyes. I activated my golden eyes. His moves slowed down like in slow-mo. Metallic clashes sounded nonstop. Brilliant sparks flew all around me. The more he fought, the more scared he got. I just calmly said, "Not bad, you're pretty strong." My attitude totally pissed him off. "You little bastard. You're 3 realms below me. And you dare talk to me like this? Who do you think you are? Today's the day I kill you." I started running the sacred demon technique. Golden light wrapped around my body. Sacred chants and demonic energy mixed together. I struck down with my palm. He had nowhere to run. He had to take the hit head on. He immediately coughed up blood. Every bone is broken. He looked at me in terror. "Just wait. I'll definitely come back." This move was way beyond his expectations. He was completely freaked out. He hurried forward. But trying to escape from me is pure wishful thinking. I just sent him off. After that, I muttered to myself, the Fan Shang Zunmo technique is just entry level. Didn't expect it to be this powerful. Definitely worthy of being a top-tier skill. At this moment, Lin Shuangshu put away her shocked look. She showed an innocent and cute face that made you want to protect her. "Thanks for saving me." Just as the words fell, he suddenly attacked, trying to sneak up on me when I wasn't expecting it. Lin Shuangshu yelled out, "You filthy man!" None of you are decent. But I just grinned, with the power of my golden eyes. I had already noticed his sneaky moves, so I ended up breaking Lin Shuangshu's arms and legs to prevent any future trouble. Lin Shuangshu died without ever closing her eyes. Normally, I should play the hero saving the beauty, but I'd never risk myself just because the opponent looks good. I wouldn't put myself in danger. After I absorbed the Star Jade body, I reached the 3rd layer of the Divine Bridge realm. But what I didn't know was, by killing those 2, I got marked by the deadly secret of the hidden killer sect. They can track me with that mark. As I returned to Gofang City, on a mountain hundreds of miles away, an old silver-haired woman stared at a shattered spirit token in her hand. A killing intent flashed across her face. Such audacity. "How dare you kill my disciple? No matter who you are, you're dead for sure." She was Granny Zhuan Yun, an elder of the Hidden Killer sect, a powerful Nirvana realm master. Once Granny Zhuan Yun finishes her tasks, she come for revenge. I have no idea about any of this. By now, I'm back at the little courtyard training. Today's news, Bai the thief stole a bottle of Guiyuan liquid. He wants to trade it for beast milk. For the location, click on today's news too. Bottom of the heavenly pool in Yohua Palace. There's a divine artifact inscribed with the Wuxiang secret. For decryption instructions, click here. I murmured, "Guiyuan liquid, just what I needed. Since he wants beast milk, I'll give him some." As for Wuxiang secret, it's the ultimate technique of Yohua Palace. Not only can it change the user's physique or appearance, it also hides your fate. But Yohua Palace once suffered a catastrophe. The Wuxiang secret got lost. Turns out it's hidden in the heavenly pool. I quickly made up my mind, checking the time. A group of bandit dens, led by Duanyun village, should be attacking the merchant caravan soon. I'll get Lin Jinsha first. So I rushed straight to the ambush site. At that moment, the bandits were already clashing violently with the merchant caravan. A guy built like a tower shouted, "You've got guts. You dare rob the caravan guarded by Weiyuan escort agency?" Duanyun village chief Shi Jinshan snorted. "Yeah, we're robbing you." Soon, the 3 big bandit gangs attacked together. Weiyuan escort agency got beaten back step by step. They ultimately lost and had to leave defeated. The 3 bandit gangs won the fight. But things weren't over yet. I was hidden in the shadows. Thought they'd split the loot on the spot. But Chief Shi Jinshan of Duanyun village used poison, knocking out the other 2 gangs. The 2 other gangs cursed at Shi Jinshan. "You're dirty and shameless. No honor at all." Shi Jinshan just laughed wildly. No poison, no power. In this world, only the strong survive. You have to do whatever it takes to get stronger. Soon enough, the other two gangs were wiped out. Shi Jinshan was all smiles. He was ready to head home. But when he turned around, the pile of loot was gone. He roared in anger. Where's the stuff? But only caught a glimpse of a figure vanishing in the distance.